Place myself down. Make sure the stream's working. Stream appears to be working. Wonderful. I'm going to take a nice refreshing sip of my off-brand diet Dr. Pepper. We ran out of CO2 canisters, so instead of having the bubbly in the soda stream, I just put some of the flavored syrup in cold water, and it is not as good as it can be. It's like kind of flat, but a little different. It's different than it would just be like with flat diet Dr. Pepper. It's very clearly just flavored water. I still haven't played this, by the way. I never I never got around to this. Casey might be joining us later. Don't know quite yet. But anyway, let's get back to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Hello, everybody! Yeah, we got Madaquith. I'm so happy. Look at her. I love her. Baby girl. I'm in the exact same position we left off in because, like, I don't think I've touched the Switch since the last stream. You know what I've been doing? I've been playing RuneScape. I rejoined RuneScape just to have something to do during the last stream, just like it was doing my cannonball stuff, and I ended up I've been playing that and then Umineko. The main reason I chose Shiny Zubat is I've never run through it. I've never gone through a Pokemon game using just a Golbat, and also between the years of 2005 and 2006, I never had a shiny Pokemon. And the first thing that broke that, hello. And the first thing that broke that was a shiny Crobat in Sun when I was looking for a Boulder. That's nice. Can we fight Misty now, or do we have to wait? We're being watched by a bunch of attractive young... Oh, I guess we can just fight Misty. Well, I just don't know. It's kind of cool that they impose restrictions on you. I like that. I like a nice restriction. Anyway, I feel like we should be able to handle this pretty easily, right? Comic, they are pre-pubescent girls, but they're wearing clothes of the... Look, she did a flip. Small girls can't flip. Those are 18-year-olds. See, she's beautiful. That is way more developed than a prepubescent girl. She's... No, she is in her mid-30s. Madaquith, it's time for you to taste blood! Oh shit, that's level 16? Oh, I don't want to be confused. I probably can't go... No, I don't think we can go back to Mount Moon, but we can get a little further into the game and get into Zubat's, or Diglett's tunnel. So as far as shiny hunting, we're probably not going to get much in the way of shiny hunting done, but we are going to get further in the game. Because maybe I'll just find a wild shiny, who knows. It's entirely possible to find a full odd shiny. It's not likely, but it's possible. Did I say Rock Tunnel? Diglett's Tunnel. I don't think I'm going to get all the way to Rock Tunnel today. That would take a lot of effort. Because at least with Diglett's Tunnel, I could schlep on down to Diglett's Tunnel right now if I wanted. I'm pretty sure. I also want to find a shiny Shelder. I'm not going to use it on my team. Because shiny Cloyster is boring. But I really love the orange of shiny Shelder. And I can't find one in Go, so I really want it here. Just to say that I have it. It's kind of like a Cheeto. I'm soaked. Damn. Hey, why aren't they giving me balls? Jesus. It's kind of sad. I don't like that. You think one of these, I think Misty's just kind of sad watching me beat up all of her friends? Hold up, are these all named after the Sensational Sisters? I do really like that they're using weirder water types. I think I remember them being really boring in Gen 1, but here, did any of the trainers, like, even use Seal in Gen 1? I just watched all of Oni plays as Pokemon Red while grinding in RuneScape, and I don't recall them. Haha, 69 attack. Yeah, I feel like these were all they. I wasn't paying attention. Ew. Like, are they purifying the salt from that, or are they all just swimming in salt water? Because they're gonna get a. Doesn't that fuck with your pH balance? Would you get a yeast infection? I don't think staying in salt water is like good for you. It'll like suck all the moisture out of your skin, right? They gotta go through like a gallon of lotion a day. They just like swim in lotion. And they just fill up a pool with lotion. It's a nice pattern we had there. Comic. Oh yeah. Let's do that, Eevee. Can we? Oh, we communicate right from here. All right. Are we friends first off, or do we just? Faraway player on the internet. We got a special surprise, viewers. We're going to. Hey, Dr. Bones. We're going to link trade. I'll shoot. Okay, cool. Eevee, we're going to go Diglett, Jigglypuff, Murderknot. What, are you gonna like buy a house, or you just like looking at houses like with your family? Yeah, their house burned down. That's why they have to go look at houses. I'm gonna send Battler over to you, if that's okay. Like I said, this is just a touch trade, so. It rains in Australia? I thought you guys just kind of, Bye-bye, Battler. I don't like that. That's, like, unfortunate. Hey, look, it's Mew! Oh my god! Mew-woo! What if I just cut the stream now and just it deleted my channel? I'm like, haha, I've done it. I've finally gotten a Mew from someone, and I just never talked to Megabuster Eevee again. What is this Dex entry? Join the Mew call today, kids. This is Rose Gold Heart spoilers. It's sending Mew on back. Getting stuck in a KFC doesn't sound bad. The Mew cult. Yeah, KFC is a global chain, isn't it? The Mew cult has depression. Welcome back, Battler. Oh, it says welcome back. That's cute. I appreciate that, Megabuster Eevee. Thank you. So we're now ever closer to, because what I'd like to do in this game is 100% the Dex. So with that, I don't have to spend $50 on a Pokeball Plus, because now we got 151. And I can just send Meltan and Melmetal over from Go, so I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Oh no, boy, that's awful. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry, dude. You had an Onyx on your team named Scoliosis. Scoliosis is like horrible. Like, I know I shouldn't be joking about it, but I saw this really good animation on the hub with Misty. Anyway, moving on. It's time to kick Misty's butt. Why is she posing like that? She's gonna slip. Psyduck! Hey, that's like her anime team. Why didn't she have a Psyduck in yellow version then? I think it's just the lighting engine. Everything looks kind of like realistic and washed out. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, it lived! Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think I could actually lose this fight. No, Mataquith can't die. Magikarp, die. Speaking of Rose Gold Heart spoilers, I changed Golduck's type, so now that it's at Water and Psychic. Alright, we're gonna send in Funny Dog. It's got a cute hat on. Oh, we're absolutely going to evolve Mataquith. I don't really care much for Bellsprout or Weepin' Bell shinies, but Victory Bell is a really beautiful shiny. We've done it. We've slaughtered an unfortunate animal. Am I in trouble? What does Clefairy have? Defense Curl, Growl. I can do Sing. If I can survive Sing, switch over to BDSM, and then Twineedle my way to victory, I could win this. Let's see how that goes. Let's see how that plan, oh my god, Scald? Oh! Well, that's okay. Yeah! Alright. Do I have any healing items on me? I'm sure. I kind of wish that it took me out. That way I could have a free switch. Psyduck and Golduck are pure water. Isn't this technically breaking the all shiny team rule? Eh. It's not like a hard and fast rule. I want my full team to be shiny, but it's not like a limitation like a Nuzlocke. Yeah, Starmie's flexible. Aren't Starfishes flexible, or are they hard? Because I feel like I wouldn't like them if they were hard. The idea of a hard Starfish is very unappealing to me. Hey, doggo. Damn, that thing worked. Maybe I'll shiny hunt a Clefairy in honor of this one. Hey man, I have a surprise for you. Just wait 3 days. Okay. Cool. Works for me. Damn, Clefable shut up. Did anyone see the Smogon OU viability rankings? Clefable's now the best Pokemon in OU. Up there with Corviknight. Boy, Misty is rather attractive, isn't she? Why did I just hit my animal in front of this stranger? She's gonna think I'm abusive. Wait, I get Scald this early? That's nuts! Oh, Moon. Dawn of the first... Uh-oh. I didn't think about that. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no, I've been fighting Majora's Mask into reality. I don't think I have anything that can actually learn Scald, though. TM case. Cannot learn. I don't know why I thought Clefable could learn Scald. partner play. Wait, shit. Good job, you funny dog. You know what? You've also earned a raspberry. Eat up, fucker. Can you feed dogs raspberries? Is that one of the things that, like, kills it? Oh, yeah, shoot, I forgot about that. God damn it. I fucked up. Alright, the next one, the next stream, I'm gonna write that down and put it as an alarm on my phone for the next stream. I'm not gonna forget that. I'm sorry. That was bad of me. Metaquith. Thumbnail. Wait, no, I said I was gonna change the last one. Fuck. Dr. Bones. No, not voice. Alright, I've got it down. I'm not gonna forget. I'm sorry. That was on me. It will be done. I promise you that. My be. Dr. Boys. I told you, one of the things I really wanted to do was make a generic soda brand. Because you know how, like, every store seems to have, like, its own thing? It's like Dr. Thunder, Dr. Perky, Dr. fucking Genocide or whatever. I really just want to, like, have my own off-brand soda that's just called Dr. Soda. I think that would be hilarious. Look, it's Lieutenant Surge. Cool, now we can head to the north. What do you see? She has so much to say. She's like, look, they are like me, except not shiny. Wow, I misread that. That's unfortunate. Bugcatcher Kale. That's not a name. More like Bugcatcher Fail. Oh! A soda called Dr. Stone. Mataquith can't do a diddly damn thing to these guys, can she? I'm gonna use Vine Whip. Yeah, I was about to say, they can't really do anything back to me either. I'm still probably just gonna send out, BDSM. She needs the levels. My big thing is, oh y'all, I also fixed the Discord screen share issue, so I don't want to make any promises, but we're now working very hard to get some Path of Radiance out to you soon. So look forward to that. No promises on a release date or anything, but it's working. Play with Funny Dog. Cool. That ought to do it. I thought that was a Wurmple over there. I'm so excited that Mataquith is growing up and people are so excited about her. I'm glad that, most importantly, we could take just a silly joke from a video that was years ago and have it pan out and work. Look at my pointy lass. Viewers, if your girlfriend's ass was, particularly pointy, as in if your girlfriend sat on you, she would deal critical damage to you, would you still hit it from behind? Would you still love her? And cherish her? Mataquith, you've really grown! Well, that one's creepy, given that, like, the whole thing about her is that I've been, like, she's like a lover, is the lore of her. Yes, I would love her more. You know what? God bless you all. It's like, you know how, like, you hear that one thing, people are like, I like a girl with, like a short skirt and a long sweater. For some reason, like, I saw one, it was like, I like a girl with, like, a short tit and a long ass. And I had that stuck in my... No one said that. That was me who said that. But I got it stuck in my mind on the way to work once, and I just kept laughing about it to myself the entire time at work. And I'm really glad I didn't have to talk with anyone that day, because how else could I explain me just sitting in a dark room giggling to myself about a short tit and a long ass? What would any of that even mean? Uh, you know what? Yeah. I don't need string shot. I've definitely shared short tits and long ass before. Have I? I guess that sounds something I would do. This kid just saw his parents die, I swear. Should I do the Mew glitch? Did I say it in the Discord or was that during a stream? Because I think I remember. Relly is not a name. I'm really sure about that. I was gonna say, how long do you think we can make BDSM last on the team? But it's let's go. I'm sure I could. You could solo this game with a Caterpie, probably. I would not be surprised. I'm number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door. Yeah, I think the only things that would be impossible would be like challenges where there's a ghost trainer and you go through with a Pokemon that can only learn normal moves. I feel like that would be the only time you really couldn't solo a Pokemon game with a Pokemon. But I don't know, I think I saw someone solo Gen 1 with a Magikarp, and I figured Agatha would be a stopping point. Or rather, just the Pokemon Tower in general. But apparently it wasn't. I don't know if it's like the event Magikarp from Gen 2 could come back to Gen 1 with Bubble, if that was it, which makes Bubble technically a legal move in Gen 1. No, Struggle counted as a normal type attack. Struggle couldn't hit ghosts in Gen 1. Oh, shoot! He did the Too Many Cooks. Let me say yes. I want to be a Team Rocket member. Yes, and Tackle still can't hit ghosts. Yeah, but Slackoth can learn other things than normal through like TMs and stuff, unless you specifically made a rule saying no TMs. And even then, I still think it learns like Astonish or something. It would be slow going, but it's still possible. Comic, should I get a pet rock? Sure, go outside and pick up a new pet. The real question is, what would you name it? You have to give it a cool, epic name. But you can tackle a ghost, you'll just phase through it and get ectoplasm on your fingers. And then you're the fool with ectoplasm on your fingers. Did it miss? I think Coughing's kind of cute in this art style. It looks almost fuzzy. Like you could pet a Coughing. But petting a Coughing also feels like you'd immediately get lung cancer. I have a rock called Tony Stoney. Good. What's your dig, sir? Okay. It's just gonna sit in the box forever because I have no interest in raising a non-shiny Charmander, but... Or no, we need to get to 100%. We'll raise this thing. We'll bring it in, when we start, like, catch chains, we'll evolve it that way. So you know what, actually, let's get Charmander in the party, because now I feel bad. Magikarp, get out of here. And we're gonna rename this... Ah, Casey's playing Shield. I guess they're not gonna join the stream today. That's okay. Give him a cute name. Alright, so, what should we name this thing? Call him Squeak? Can you get free college if you have scoliosis? Perfect. That's not even funny. You see, when I was younger, it said I saw your feet from the grass, but I thought they were just misspelling like your actual feet, and and the camper was just like looking like upside down, I guess, or something. I don't know what I thought. It doesn't even make sense for the Charmander. It is scoliosis. Ow. Fucking jizzwad. Did I miss my Fury attack? I looked at the chat for a second, and the next thing I know, my poor baby's getting hurt. No, Rab, you big silly Willy. Is that not a girl? That is a very feminine man. I hid because the people have frightened me. Alright, we're gonna rename Charmander, I guess. Rab is playing 3 houses. They would. Would it be in poor taste to name this thing Australia? What should I name this thing? I'm just gonna call it, do it. I had the permission from the Australian that I can name this thing Australia. I'm in. I'm doing it. Okay, but no matter what, they're HD. Cool. Route 25. I think I could also find Bellsprouts here. But I've already got Mattaquith. Could have named it Notre Dame. You know, I've never seen that movie all the way through. And I really want to, but what are we hunting now? We're going to be hunting Zubats when we get the opportunity, but right now we have to just get farther through the game. Though actually, there's nothing stopping me from just going down and fetching the Zubat, but we might as well, so I don't have to just do this next time. If we're going to have to do it eventually, we might as well do it now. You know, Bellsprout has a higher attack stat than Onix. Or maybe they're the exact same attack stat. Needless to say, that long rock snake throws the same punch as my silly little Mattaquith plant. Brad, I don't know what you're trying to say. Wow, I thought that was shiny. I'd like a shiny Venonat. They're cute. But, nah, fuck it. Shiny Meowth, though, is just, it's useless. Shiny Meowth is bad enough, but Shiny Persian, like... Shiny Persian made me check to see if I was colorblind, because, like, the difference is so minuscule. Shiny Venonats have nice blue eyes, and Shiny Venomoths are just beautiful. And I would like to use a Venomoth again, because the last time I tried to run through the game using a Venomoth, I didn't actually manage to beat the game. Because the last time I ran through Gold, my team was really fucking terrible and I couldn't beat Red, but... It was like a Venomoth, a Togetic... Chad! What else was on there? It must have been a really bad team, because usually I could beat Red no problem, and this time, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't beat him. I'll probably Shiny Hunt Venomoth for fun. My team is already very poison dense, and I don't want to keep making myself susceptible to psychic types. Persian is also a very slight shade lighter. Local trainers come here to practice. Now that I've told you that, it's fighting time. There he is. Pidgeotto. I'm gonna say, we're kind of a flying week, too. I don't really have anything that can handle them. Maybe I should give Eevee Sizzly Slide. Or Buzzy Buzz, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, I need to switch the fuck on out of here before I lose him. My team is full of toxic masculinity. Except, not. I shouted at Funny Dog until he dodged the move. I'm going to burn you. Oh, Jesus. Maybe I should have used Payday and got some money out of that. Mataquith, you're level 16! Ooh. That's more accurate than Sing. Acid runs off the special attack, but Mataquith's special attack isn't anything to sneeze at either. I guess I'll drop Wrap. I'll just not leave Mataquith in on things that need coverage. Hello, Rex Mayhem. How art thou? Mataquith, you're really stuck! Your dad is bourgeoisie. Hello, Fernando. See what Eevee sent. Eevee sent a picture over Discord. Let's see, Spoony Bard, which is level 65, and is a Alakazam. Scoliosis, they're all around level 65. Mega Buster the Eevee, Scoliosis the Onyx, Mr. Krabs the Kingler, Volvagia the Dragonite, and Slifer the Sky Dragon. As for which that one is, I'll let you sweat that one out, kids. Axel, please. My name's Lee. Got it memorized. And he makes a whole big stink about that, and then in 3 he's just like, call me Axel! I don't like being called Lee. Even though I made a big stink about it in 3D. What I'm saying is Kingdom Hearts 3 is bad. I do not care for it. Now, I saw some rumor that the Story So Far collection is going to end up on Switch, and I'm very happy about that, because it means at least most of the other good Kingdom Hearts are coming over. Yeah, I'll play through Birth by Sleep again on the Switch. But the DLC is next week. I don't own the game anymore, I can't play it. I sold Kingdom Hearts 3 immediately after I beat it. I don't think the DLC... I don't like the idea of paying $30 to... $30 on top of the original investment to get the game I should have gotten to begin with. Remind looks like it's going to go a long way towards making 3 better. But if I already dropped 60 on it, I don't want to pay another 30 to have fun with my product. Why not make the $60 product more fun to begin with? And yeah, I get it. It's like, oh, they would have just done this in Final Mix. And it's like, guess what? The Final Mixes weren't really friendly towards consumers either. So do they get like cards, like ID cards saying like, "Oh, I'm a picnicker. I'm a camper." Two does have issues, but I don't know. I like two. Two is at least mostly fun. Two has some low points, but I have a lot. Its high points are higher than three could ever hope to achieve, and its low points aren't as low as three can get. At no point during two did I say, I really wish I was done with this game and I want to set it down forever. Whereas in three, I said that unfortunately early into the game. Though I will say my least favorite world in the entire series is in two because I hate space paranoids. It gives me a migraine. I don't know. I got a bad feeling from three as early as Olympus. Like something about it felt so like off and rushed. I was like, why does this feel weird? And like the flow motion was useless, whereas in three it was fun, or 3D it was fun to begin with. And I felt very uncomfortable the entire way through Olympus Coliseum, and I was not happy. Or just Olympus, rather. And then Tangled is where I started to like be like, okay, I can see where this is going. Because the Tangled world in 3 is just, you're watching a uglier version of Tangled with Kingdom Hearts characters in the background. Peace out, doggo. And that's what Frozen ends up being. It's just an uglier version of Frozen with Kingdom Hearts characters in the background. Though Arendelle at least had a really cool final boss. But just in general, Arendelle is a goddamn slog. Isn't that most of the Cage Disney Worlds? At least the other... I guess this is another one of my biggest issue with 3 in general. At least the other Kingdom Hearts games all had their own like art style and aesthetic. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is... I feel like ugly is probably going too far, but it tries to look a lot more realistic than it should, and I think it loses a lot of Kingdom Hearts' charm. Because every game before and after that looked exactly like the PS2 games, and they all looked nice because of that. And losing that, I didn't feel at all connected to 3 at all. What the hell is Kingdom Hearts? Why even mix Final Fantasy and Disney? Final Fantasy barely ever mattered in Kingdom Hearts. That was just a marketing gimmick. Kingdom Hearts is best when it's focusing on its own story, but the issue is that 3 really rushes its own story and jams all of these long-running plot threads into basically a montage at the end and kills all the dramatic impact that the story could have had. Oh, Colin, you're always invited to the streams. You're watching them right now, ain't you? So that's my opinion on Kingdom Hearts. Take it or leave it. Very good series with some very low... A generally good series with some unfortunately low points. Like, Chain of Memories sucks. 358 Days Over 2 sucks. 3 sucks. And then the rest all range from alright to great. Like, I love 2 in 3D. Birth by Sleep is great. 1 is interesting. In the context of 2002... 1 was insane. Just the graphical and gameplay leap from anything you could do in the PlayStation 1 to Kingdom Hearts 1 is just... It must have been insane to people who were, like, there and saw it happen. I couldn't tell that Ventus199 might enjoy Birth by Sleep. No, I enjoy Birth by Sleep a lot. Its super bosses are really bad, but the general gameplay I really enjoyed. I played it for the first time all the way through last year, and I had fun all the way through. I sat there and pretty much would beat each story in one sitting just because I was like that into it. Dragon Quest is very fantastic, and more people should play Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest also has some low points, but you can very easily skip them because they're not plot connected. Like, I wouldn't recommend playing Dragon Quest 2 or 7 unless you were a big fan. For the love of Christ, if you're a Dragon Quest, someone trying to get interested into Dragon Quest, do not play 2 or 7 as your first experience, because you will hate the series. Oh my god, it's a Nidorino! Oh, that is cursed! No, sit down. God, it's like a purloin. 3 is a very good way to start Dragon Quest. I'd still recommend 4 over 3, but 3 is also a fantastic way to do it, because 3 really codified RPGs as a genre. Oh, my DQ9 LP got someone to buy it? Jesus, nice. That makes me really happy. 9 is so good. Plus, like, with the custom DNS exploits now, you can actually get all the online stuff that I thought was lost forever. Once I got my new laptop going, we're definitely gonna... Because I'm kind of spooked to start the netplay session, because I feel like they're going to announce 9HD at any moment now. Bill, no! Why is Bill so attractive? Holy shit. Hold up, I'm having a moment here. Whew. It's not even hitting the credits. I just want to, like, grind a grotto. That sounded weird. The post-game would be really fun with friends. I guess we go on there with Rat Movie 4, huh? Oh, Jiminy. Funny dog smoked weed. I don't know what the issue with the save editor was. I wonder why it wouldn't, like, activate some of the last quests. Like, I could start them, but then just the NPCs necessary wouldn't do it. So I must have fucked up somewhere, but ain't my issue anymore. The Amala Network! What'd you think, Anya? 10 out of 10 work beauty. I showed Casey it. They laughed. I just whistle the song, sometimes. Rats, rats, we're the Scooby-Dabba-Dooby-Dabba, we're the scat man. And I open up. Funny dog drank too much Pepsi. For some reason I thought that was Madequith that fainted. Boy, they sure made trainers attractive in this game. I want her to look at me like that when I fucking immediately jizz all over myself the second she looks at me. She gets embarrassed and she's like, why am I even here? And she like thinks about like all the life choices that led her to this moment and how depressed she is. That's the good shit. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, Madequith got yeeted to space and took 16 damage. That is not a teenager. Like, that and the swimmer class are all, like, in their 30s. That coach was definitely in her 30s. Aw, a raspberry. Just be attractive. Or just believe you're attractive and then you'll be attractive. It's the confidence that gets people more than anything else. Squirtle-chan! Later. Oh, I guess we did have to finish that before we could go on. That makes sense. Struth. So that's my my life advice, viewers. If you act like you're attractive, people will think you're attractive. Well, and then there's confidence, and then there's cockiness. So, you know, fine line. Don't be a douche, but be confident. Oh, Madaquith, you mean so much to me. Look at her go. I think I'm just gonna keep Madaquith out the whole time. I feel like this is like my, Madaquith is my real partner Pokemon. Hello, Matthias. These poor people, just like, their house got broken into and now an Eevee is just sitting there screaming at them. These must be Bowser's footprints. Why is my Eevee spinning in place? It's not how Eevees work. Because Dragon Quest IV's battle system is really good. What a weird set of examples. I'm gonna steal your raspberry, is that cool? I guess not. Dragon Quest IV in general slaps. 4 is the one I recommend to people to start the series with. Alright, I'm guessing that was a lie then. Funny dog does a criminal investigation. I've wanted to stream 4 for a while, I just had to wait for my PC. This thing used to have a drowsy, right? I just gotta eradicate. Go on, Madaquith! Shoot! You're goo, my dude! Shoop de whoop. Remember the laser collection? Madaquith could feasibly faint here. Uh-oh. Oh, no! It'll be nice when Madaquith evolves. Well, 5 is amazing, it's just, it's not a standard Dragon Quest experience. I feel like if people want to get into the series to know what they're really in for with this series, I feel like 4 is a perfect starting point. Because that one is pretty much like your bog standard Dragon Quest. Because 5 has the monster raising, 6 has the job system, 7 has the fact that it's too fucking long. And then 3 and 9 are like, you know, blank slate stuff. TM10, aren't you usually 28? Did they change the TMs in this game? But then why are you complaining? Well, because your house got ruined. Are they gonna clean their house? They cut a giant hole through this. Who can I teach Dig to? Australia HD. I feel, nah, 2-turn moves suck. And 10 is just never coming stateside. I really hope an offline version of 10 comes stateside. Or like it has like online multiplayer with your friends. That'd be fun. I just want to play 10. I want to experience 10. You know, I meant to go back and buy lures, because you can... Oh, hello. Okay, bye. Hey, a Vulpix. That'd make Casey happy if I caught a shiny one and named it after them. 11 is also very good if you haven't played 11 yet. I'd recommend it. You have my blessing that 11 is worth any price you pay for it, but please pay 60 minimum. Or 60 maximum, rather. Oh, peace out, Doctor. I wanted to go buy more... Yeah, I have to go back in and buy lures. It's a Splumper. Maybe I should get a shiny one. I like shiny Ninetales. I paid 60 for both versions of Dragon Quest XI, and I do not feel bad about that at all. 10 lures that I do, because we have so much money at this point. And now I want more Great Balls. I get 56 of them, so I'm going to get 40 of them. Nice. And that means I can sell these 2 nuggets. And this pearl. And this dome fossil. Ooh, I can actually sell the dome fossil. I know they're replenishable in this game. But the idea. Yeah, yes, keep in mind, I really hate paying full price for video games. I despise paying 60 for video games after Tales of Exilium and Final Fantasy 13-2 really let me down. But I've paid full price for Dragon Quest Builders 2 and Dragon Quest 11. Paid full price twice for 11 on the PS4 and Switch. And they were all very much worth it. I don't like the idea that someone could crank their hog to Kingdom Hearts 9. God damn it, Dragon Quest 9 characters. They're not Dragon Quest 9 has like... I know I say Dragon Quest in general is not a sexy series. Like, it feels very purposefully childish and, like, not, like, provocative. But 9 in particular, I feel like every character is just an amorphous blob. Like, the only character you could pull, like, any sexual attraction out of is maybe Stella. I forgot to heal these guys. Alright, Madagwith, you're taking a break. Forgot about Patty. Yeah, but the Pup is... The Pup. Putt-Putt's Bizarre Adventure is played as a joke, usually. Though 11 is a kind of an attractive game. Is he gonna kiss me? He kissed me. He pulled it out of my hair with his teeth. His lips extended. Oh no, I'm gonna wear the Santa outfit if we go grottoing. Well, you kissed me, so now you get one. I don't know, I like Trace. He feels very vanilla, but a lot of this game feels vanilla. He seems like someone I would actually be friends with. It's not like Hop, where Hop just kind of annoys me, like from the looks of him. Trace feels like I could be friends with him. Because I feel like I knew a guy who looked like Hop in elementary school, and he kind of annoyed the fuck out of me. So, it's hard to say. I've never actually beaten Dragon Quest 8. It's one of... I haven't beaten 7 or 8. I was about to say, is it really the only one I haven't beaten, but... I've never beaten 8. And not only that, I've never gotten too far into 8. The farthest I ever got was that Kraken boss really early on. I don't think I've ever even gotten Jessica in my team. And I have the game on 2 different systems. I don't know, something about 8 just bores me. I get, like, for some reason, I get bored of 8 earlier than any other Dragon Quest. Like, I'll start 8 any day, but I won't get too far into it. And I have no clue why. Because I really like the character designs and everything, something about it. Though I do like the 3DS version more. Like, being able to see the encounters. I did not like 8's random encounters. Stream it? No, I'm not streaming 8. No blind RPGs, please. Especially not ones that I'm interested in the plot. Ah, you've been poisoned. Comic, there are items in that tunnel. Items are for fools. I don't want them. It's because Dragon Quest's dubs are always really good. I don't know why people would choose to go Japanese with it. Like, there are bad dubs, but Dragon Quest has not had one. Can I not inflict a double battle upon these two lovebirds? I kind of ready to try and Ghost Trick yet? I have not. And I don't even really have an excuse for it, I just kind of forgot. It seems like another one of those things I'll do once I get my new PC going. I just can't wait to finish Umineko, because that one's the one that eats up a lot of my, like, computer time. Like, whenever I sit down on the computer to play a video game, it's usually I'm dumping hours upon hours into Umineko. But I'm very close to being done, so... And that's not to say I disliked my time with Umineko. That makes it feel like I'm like, oh, this is a drag. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm going to feel weird once it's all done. Oh, dude, Cammy, nice! You got your own Mataquith! You're not even playing it. It's a pretty book. That's where you're wrong, Rab. Episode 8 has things you can actually do. Episode 8 is more like a Zero Escape game. That's probably pushing it. There are things you can do in Episode 8. And I like visual novels. I don't mind if they're just reading. Reading's cool. You know, I thought I had a poison type attack, and I don't think I do. I've got Sting, but... that did way more damage than I thought it would. Actually, you know what? I think it's more like Steins Gate as far as, like, the things you can do in Episode 8. But my god, do I love Steins Gate. Mataquith! Cammy got Mataquith! After she transitioned. That's Mataquith, 2. That's Matatooth. It's 2. It's fuck. Matisfy. Yeah, I divorced Rab because he didn't like Steins Gate. He came to me and said, "Comic, you dumb little bitch, you like Steins Gate." And I was like, Rabbert, not in front of the children. And he said, "Fuck you, you're a child." And I divorced him where he stood. Are the animes any good? Steins Gate's anime is crap. If you're gonna experience Steins Gate, go play the VN. The anime cuts out so much of what makes Steins Gate good. Like, VNs just make really shitty animes to begin with, because you don't, even with a 26 episode thing, you don't get into the characters' heads, you don't have enough time to really flesh it out. So you miss out on the whole point of the genre. I don't think... has there ever been a good anime adaptation of a VN? And baby, I'm gonna be honest here, has there been a good anime adaptation of a video game? Keep in mind, you know how I found out about Persona 4? Everyone in high school I knew didn't know Persona 4 was a game. They all watched the anime and they're like, oh, I'm really... that and Chaos Child. Or Chaos Ed, rather. They didn't know it was a VN, all they knew was the anime. And, same with Higurashi. Everyone knew Higurashi was like, haha, yandere's horror. And it's all from the anime. I hung out with a bunch of weebs in high school because, I liked the Dead Space animated special, I'm not gonna lie. My friend was very excited for it, and that was, like, infectious. Well, if I'm gonna do anything with, Persona 4... oh, what's up, baby? Oh, you're hurt. Just scream in her ear. Mataquith! Oh my god. If I'm gonna do anything with Persona 4, I don't want to watch a shitty anime. I'd rather just run through with a team I haven't used. Oh, wow, another free 5,000 gold. No, Dead Space was a horror game from Visceral Studios. Or no, I think the first one is Redwood, subsidiary of EA. But Dead Space 1 is very, very good, and I'd really like to do something with it. Like stream it or something. My friend's incredible at Dead Space, though, so if we end up streaming it, I might bring him along just to play it while we commentate over it. 'Cause he loves Dead Space. He's platinumed that, like... The amount of times he's played it, I'm sure he could have platinumed it, like, 4 times over in, like, 1 year. And he also really liked 2 and 3, but I didn't care much for 2 or 3. Alright, I drank a lot of Diet Pepsi. I'm gonna pee real quick. Okay, I'm back. After the last stream, by the way, I got I was playing Go with my friends, and I found a shiny Poliwag. And whoo, boy, Poliwag, you can barely tell. Oh, these were healing. Yeah, Dead Space is like legitimately spooky. It's such a good game. I'd highly recommend anyone that is interested in horror, like as a genre in general, gives Dead Space a shot. And Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2 is a little more actiony, but just in general, you might like it more than I did. It is a very finely made game. 3, I think, just blows. And then I evolved the shiny Poliwag, and I was going to make it a Politoad, and then I got kind of confused about, like, do I want a Politoad or do I want a Poliwrath? And then Poliwhirl in general, I just really liked that shade of blue on it. And so I just left it a Poliwhirl, and I'm like, if I get another shiny Poliwag, I'll evolve that one all the way up, but I think I'm going to leave this one as a Poliwhirl for now. Yeah, me not liking 2 and 3 is more of an issue of... I don't know. I just liked 1 so much that I guess I didn't want... I thought I wanted more, but I didn't. Like, I can acknowledge that at least 2 is a mechanically superior game, but... I just don't like it. Whew. I've never seen a shiny Poliwag. It is a very, very slight change. It's one of those shinies that, like, is barely perceptible. Yeah, Zubat Cave is the first opportunity we get to shiny hunt the Zubat. And I just had to go back and heal because I need to be able to get through these trainers, and my Pokemon were looking a little unfortunate. Am I good? I guess so. Yeah, it's one of those ones. It's a very nice shade of blue. It's just, it's so close to what we already have that it's hard to tell. I didn't realize I sent you out first. That works, though, because Psybeam will hit you, but you have high special defense, so... we might not actually be all that good. Oh, we're fine. Oh, we're really good. What else was I playing? I got a rare drop in RuneScape recently, but I don't think anyone cares about that. Because when you farm, sometimes you have a chance to get the Hespori seed, which lets you plant a Hespori, which is a carnivorous vampire plant. And the cool thing about it is you basically grow the mini-boss to fight. Are there no double battles I could trigger? Oh, that's so sad. I didn't get the fire cape. I've never gotten it. I think the fight capes are too hard. Yeah, you said Mataquit there was your first shiny ever, right? That's blessed. Your first shiny should be important to you. Mine was a Hypno and I never got it. I didn't have any Pokeballs. So it's unfortunate, but it only took me 11 years to find another one. It's not like I'm upset about that. My team is very not good as far as typings are concerned. And I don't know why I'm funneling so much experience into Battler, because that one Battler is probably the one that's the most likely to get dropped. I want to maybe keep... Like, Mataquith is staying on no matter what. And I want to keep BDSM as long as possible, but... I thought it was 14. Yeah, well, it was... No, it was... 2005 to 2016 is how long I went without a shiny. And then I didn't get another shiny... Oh, hello. I didn't get another shiny Hypno until 2018. So it was close to 14 years. Because it was like January 2005 when mine got away. Yeah, I got a shiny Golbat as well. That's what broke my chain in Sun. Lewd. You have to pay over $1 million to live here. I stole that joke, I'm sorry. Okay. I got Squirtle. Since he evolved, can you change his name to Burn Australia? It won't fit! Burn Australia. It's not even funny. Withdraws into its shell when in danger. The Squirtle I don't particularly care about because I have, I think, 11 spare shiny Squirtles in Go that I can transfer over here whenever I want. So that Squirtle I don't particularly care about. I'm keeping Charmander in the squad because I feel bad for it, but I have no emotional connection to that one. You looking at flowers again, Bubby? What'd you name your roly-coly, Brad? Diglett Cave. I'm not gonna name the Squirtle anything because I don't care about it. Wow, a whole ass Doug trio already, huh? I'll catch you. I'll catch this thing on the first ball. Watch. That's a really good name, Brad. Damn. I'm fucking awful at throwing these balls. I keep feeling like I'm going to get it, and then I don't, and that makes me sad. Here, a funny mole eat a raspberry. Hey, we actually got Doug Trio. Nice. I'm not going to use it. I think in most runs I do of Gen 1, I end up using a Doug Trio. So I'm going to change that. Or rather, I do change it. I just don't use Dugtrio anymore. So we're probably going to walk back to Mount Moon. Oh, it's not like Dugtrios are all that rare, apparently. Are there trainers? What? I can't go back? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh no, I didn't think that could happen. Attack, damn you. I didn't think that was a thing that could happen. Shit, are we really not going to be able to hunt Zubats today? I don't want that. I'm gonna catch Zubat and it's gonna be a gimp by the time I get to it. It said Zubat could pop up in here, so maybe if I just run back and forth. Or rather, that's gonna happen to the shiny, I fucking know it. I'd catch a shiny Diglett, but they're very, not good. Its nose turns blue, that's it. Well, everyone has feet, Hanyu. Does that make everyone an e-girl? That, you know, the average number of feet is Zubat. Get the fuck over here. That's gonna happen to the shiny. I shouldn't be down here. No, we're just gonna have to wait to hunt the shiny. Sorry. I didn't think that through. It's not that I didn't think it through, I didn't think the game was gonna be that, railroady. Wait, I couldn't get through anyway, I don't have cut. I guess that's whatever. I guess Growlithe. Excuse me? Should I? I don't want to go catch Meowths right now. I'll do that later. Well, we'll just keep going with the plot, I guess. I thought that said Vermilion Pot! Ho ho! I do. I'll flash my SS ticket. Yeah, there were Meowths up at, on Route 25 or whatever. I don't like how you said that. I'm gonna wear that sailor suit. I'm gonna be a nice sailor lady. Oh, lady! That's just cute in general. I do feel styling. Now I feel like a Splatoon character. Now I feel like a sailor. What is a sailor bag? I can't even see it. I feel like a hip young Colossian woman, not a sailor. Now, is the truck in this game? I don't see any place a truck could be. How do you get Mew in this game if there's no truck? Get Madquith back out in front. When do I fight Uwu Cannon again? A hip young woman from Kalos. Do you think Blue just thinks our parents are, like, abusive that we're named Uwu Cannon in Rat Movie 4? What? Is that like the old Gateau in Lava Cookie? Seriously? You've dealt with terrorists. Okay, so it is like that. I don't remember a ton about X and Y's, but Shalor Sable sounded like it was like the full heal yummy cookie item. I don't know about custard, but I could sell you a cream pie, am I right? Sex joke. This Wigglytuff is gigantic, and it scares me. Yeah, Shalor City sounded right. Colin, you're the only one who likes X and Y. I don't remember anything from it because the game sucked. Go on, Madaquith. What if you fed it pig apples? I guess I do just have to let Funny Dog handle it. How do people like X and Y? Rap, I thought you hated X and Y. Oh. I don't know, I liked Sun and Moon more than X and Y. X and Y is just nothing. At least Sun and Moon had a complete story. Or rather, 7th Gen had a complete story. Not a particularly good one, but a complete one. You know, my disdain for every 3rd Gen game is well known at this point. Especially Fire Red and Leaf Green, I would say would be the lowest, but then Sword and Shield happened, so I don't know. At least Fire Red and Leaf Green gave us a lot of ROM hacks. Sword and Shield just gave me an SSRI prescription. Well, 4th Gen's when I got into competitive, but I didn't really get into the scene until 5th Gen. Now, I'm saying 7th Gen didn't leave any plot points uncovered. Like, everything that it posed, it answered. Which is something that hadn't been done in the series since 4th Gen. 5th Gen story is still incomplete, 6th Gen story is still incomplete. Going to bed, Ace, you're a fucking wiener. If you've ever slept in your life, you're a pansy little bitch. But seriously, good night, Ace. Sleep tight. Madaquith, your giant flaking vagina. Never mind, I'm sorry. Yeah, how do megas work in this game? If there's no held items? Oh man, a wild Abra popped up outside my house in Pokemon Go! To the polls. Look at this polite young gentleman. I wonder if I can catch this Abra. They just kind of can Mega. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I don't really know what that means, but I'll... Oh, hey look, the funny Reddit man! I caught the Abra. Is it any good? It's actually really good. I'm going to transfer it anyway, because it's 10, 10, 12. It's better than I was expecting for a wild Abra. You can just Mega Evolve when you get it. I don't even know if I'm going to have anything that can Mega Evolve. Oh, they're peeling. I thought they were just sitting... They're moving all at the exact same time. Just hoping a Great Ball was in there. It should be. Eevee's tail is wiggling. I just picked up this man's tiny mushroom. And a Super Repel. Beedrill can Mega. Oh yeah, duh. Forgot about Beedrill's Mega. Mega Beedrill's really good. Shit, I guess maybe I will keep BDSM. Excuse me, this man said he's wearing clothes? Oh, clocks. Doesn't that mean clock? I thought Big Chungus was funny for like 5 minutes. Like, the initial picture of Big Chungus was funny, and then people just... I don't know, let memes die. Why aren't we friends on Switch? You asked that last time and you still didn't give me your friend code, so really whose fault is that? This man is depressed. Oh fuck, now he's gonna kill me for it. He's wearing Crocs. What if I left in Madequith and beat this Growlithe? That doesn't feel like a feasible option. Funny dog! I'd be pissed too if I had depression. That's why I'm always so angry online. Money! Don't burn my funny dog. See, you might have a... You gave it a full restore, you rich bastard? Bet you ain't got another one in there. Haha, take that, old man. I've beaten the depression out of you by killing your dog. This guy looks like a villain in like a 90s anime. No, he's the guy from the second episode of Trigun, that's it. This man really is living the life. We'll say Trigun was okay. It had a nice, strong start, but the whole, like, FMA kind of deal with it kind of took me out of it. It's because the last third really, it wasn't bad. Like, nothing about Trigun was bad. It just, it wasn't, I don't know. The more stuff I see, the more I'm just convinced stories should never end. Because, boy, things don't end good. Why doesn't this Slowpoke have a little, like, yellow patch on his forehead? I'm trying to think of the last story I read that had, like, a really... The last thing I experienced that had, like, a really satisfying ending. I can't really think of anything. Like, the last time I was truly satisfied at the ending of a game. I guess Builders 2. I was gonna say Hunter x Hunter, but that's still ongoing. The, Hunter x Hunter 99, though, had a very spectacular finale. I know that's not how it ends in the manga, and really just... the manga would kind of ruin the happiness of that ending. But if you just took Hunter x Hunter 99 as its own thing, it would have a really poignant, happy ending. I just don't know why, like, people were just so antsy to, like, get a product out when the source material is still ongoing. Like, for something like Dragon Ball Z, I get it, because you're showing that you're willing to do filler arcs, but something like Trigun, like, if you weren't willing to commit to doing filler, like, why? Why didn't you just, like, wait a year for it to, like, finish and have more source material to work with? So instead, you just get a bastardized, honestly kind of boring finale to what the manga, I assume, is a much more satisfying manga finale. But no, Part 5's anime had a really good ending. I just didn't care much for Part 5's manga in general, but I think the anime really fleshed out the ending and didn't make it feel so abrupt. Part 5's ending just felt abrupt. I don't hate that as a concept, but I don't know, just the way that the anime extended it, I think was very well done. I was very impressed with Part Five's anime. It pushed it and ended up taking Part 5 and pushing it over Part 3 for me. Because I can at least say that I would rewatch parts of Part 5 out of context, and I can't say that for Part 3. Peace out, Kook. Hope you enjoyed. Is this dude just sitting there staring at his beds? Like, at least sit on the couch. You fucking weirdo. Sailor Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Yo, is this Bellsprout shiny? That's not even funny, I'm sorry. Did Mataquit's mouth just clip through relief? Well, I mean, the way I see it is that the final fight of Part 5 is getting to the arrow. Like, that's Diavolo versus the Bucciarati squad. Like, that's the fight. Like, once it's there, getting the arrow means you win the fight, because no matter what, whoever got the arrow is going to win the fight, so... The fight is just getting to the arrow. What would be the worst JoJo ending? I guess Part 5's manga has the worst JoJo ending, and even then it's not, like, bad, it's just abrupt. Barney, my pebbles! No, people who don't like Part 6's ending or have brain... People who don't like Part 6 have brainworms. Like, I would get people in, like, that video where it's like, oh, Kish guesses the JoJo stands. And I'd say, I don't like Part 5 and I like Part 6. And they'd be like, what are you, stupid? And I'm like, dude, just because you're 12 and only got into the series because of memes doesn't mean Part 6 is bad. I don't know, you should have to take a test to get on the internet. Because if I have to listen to one more person who thinks that Part 3 is good, I'm gonna fucking be upset. I wonder if there's anyone out there who, like, legitimately thinks that Part 7 is the worst JoJo part. We're gonna hit ourselves, aren't we? Holy shit! Well, thank God that wasn't a Nuzlocke, because that would have been sad. Part 3 has two good parts, and it's the beginning and the ending. Everything else in between just drags. I would never do a shiny hunting Nuzlocke. That would be the most, like, upsetting thing. To have to work that hard to get a Pokemon and then lose it. I would never put myself through that. I mean, I'm gonna keep it totally real. I don't care much for the vanilla ice fight. Like, my friend very recently just started experiencing JoJo. He was like, what, you didn't feel bad when blankety blank and blankety blank kicked the bucket during the vanilla ice fight? I'm like, no. I felt no attachment towards any character besides Joseph. Go away. Oh, now you're happy? Wow. Madakith is enjoying having just vine whipped itself to death. No, because that's what just my issue with Part 3. I felt nothing. Like, the only reason I enjoyed the final fight so much is because, my god, is it well done. Like, the stakes felt very real. Vanilla Ice would have been cooler if they hinted towards its existence any earlier. Just kind of how I feel about a lot of Part 3. If the story got really anything besides, my mom is in trouble, and then, I don't know. Part 3 is a lot of nothing, and I don't really care about it. The only thing I really like about Part 3 is the fact that I named when I went through Black and White 2, I used a Lucario for the first time ever through a run. And I named my Lucario Aura Aura XD. Like Aura, like Aura Sphere. But Part 4 is very good. Part 4 also does. I just spilled a lot of fucking soda water on myself. That's unfortunate. Good thing I have a towel. A comic, why do you have a towel, you ask? And the answer is, my chair is very close to the hamper and I took a shower last night. But comic, that's not the funny jizz answer I was expecting. Well, life's a bitch sometimes, isn't it? Part 4 is very good. It got the whole, kind of vignette story, monster of the week kind of thing, but then it still had a plot, so, you know. Part 4 is so good! Oh my god, I love Part 4. Part 4 is the only JoJo, well, not gonna say the only part. One day in college, I sat down and reread all of Part 4 start to finish in, like, one day, and I had a very good day that day. It was very peaceful. It was wholesome Keanu Chungus 800 or whatever. Funny dog. Wants to learn Swift? That ain't happening. Part 7 is also just stellar. Part 7 is my favorite, though Part 8 is really climbing up its butt. My opinion on 8 flip-flops. Part 4's second opening was pretty good. Part 4's second opening is I love Part 4. I hate Great Days. I despise Great Days. It's easily the worst JoJo OP. Love can take you higher. Love will make me want to light myself on fire. I goddamn hate that song. I also didn't care much for Stand Proud. End of the World's good. Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town's fun. My main thing with it is, though, I keep accidentally messing it up and saying Crazy Noisy Bee-Jar Town. And that works, because stand users are like a jar full of pissed off bees. Yeah, whenever I hear Great Days, I want to have a breakdown. But I also never finished Part 4's anime, and why didn't I? Part 4 is the only anime I've never totally sat through when it comes to JoJo. Weird. Anyway. I wish we could have gone to this party. It would have been cool. Bloody Stream is fantastic. Sonochi no Sadame is fantastic. Sonochi no Kyoku is fantastic. What's it? What was the first Part 5 one? Why can't I think about what it was called? And why can't I think of it now? I keep putting Chase in there now. Shit. Fighting Gold. Why was I messing that up so hard? Fighting Gold is my favorite JoJo OP. And honestly, Trader's Requiem is probably my second favorite. I love Trader's Requiem. Especially the opening to it. It feels very Beatlesy, and I like that a lot. Just for some reason, the drums in Trader's Requiem just hit me so good. I wanted to like make a Gen 2 sound font for it and put it into Rose Gold Hearts somewhere. I don't know really what I would use it for, but I just liked it, so I thought it would sound cool. And then I saw that someone did remake Trader's Requiem in... I can't say Requiem today. Trader's Requiem in Heart Gold sound font. It's on Siva Gunna's channel. Yeah, you know, it's an OP, like, the visuals for Trader's Requiem fucking sucks. But at least the song's good. Gentleman Brooks, oh fuck it, it is a ponyter. Who would let a wild horse onto this? Even a tamed horse, and B, a horse that's on fire. What do you think the guy who designed Ponyta was like? Just that fire horses were cool? Or do you think like someone was like, yo, what if we made a fire horse Pokemon? I'm very curious as to where Ponyta originated from. Or just in general, I kind of want to know where a lot of the designs came of, thought-wise. JoJo fans are silly. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think they're a funny little bunch. All right, well, there goes BDSM. Knew I was banking a lot on that Fury attack. I don't know. I don't listen to ending themes very often. I think... What is the last one I said? Unless they have like credits or like extra scenes going through them. Most of the times when I watch an anime, I'll probably watch the OP, unless I'm marathoning a lot at once. But I so very rarely watch the end theme. No, you know, the last one I watched, the first 13 episodes of Eureka 7, I'll watch the ED for every time, but most of the time, other than that, I'll skip it. I don't care about ending themes at all. What did I miss? I've just been going through the plot because I didn't realize how hard they railroaded you. We're probably not actually going to get to hunt Zubat today. He's a fire horse into a Roro. I guess that makes sense. Man, those next time on previews, I have no idea why anyone would subject themselves to that willingly. Why would you want to spoil part of the next episode for yourself? Same with trailers. Like, when people, like, watch the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, I'm like, why? Why would you subject yourself through that? Why would you want to have the plot spoiled for you that early in advance? Wasn't there a couple of guys earlier? Did I miss them? Well, I guess this is still Zubatman Begins, because we're beginning to get set up for it. Or did I skip a door earlier? I guess that's what I did. Like, whenever Game of Thrones would come on and, like, my family would want to watch the, next time part, I would just leave the room. Hey, babe. I just don't get why people willingly subject themselves to spoilers. Like, once there's a game I'm interested in, I'll watch the initial trailer because that tends to be the one with the fewest amount of spoilers. Like, cool, I'm interested in it. Now to never look at another trailer for this game again. I think that part of it might be learned because I watched all the Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailers, and then not a single thing from one of those Versus 13 trailers made it into the final game. Game of Thrones got the fucking Julius Caesar ending. It's just... Julius Caesar got the alcoholic parent treatment. Just once their parents just stopped caring about them, they just went on to the next big thing. But I don't know why you would hire D&D after what they did to Game of Thrones. Because it's clear once they get a better offer that they're just going to drop your long-term series like a hot potato. So hiring them is like a great way to see like, oh, I hope you didn't actually want your thing to turn out good, because the second someone else gives them a cool idea, they'll just stop caring about this. I was wondering when we were going to fight you again. Started streaming out. Wow, I have a Nightbot now. Oh, fuck, it's Pajotto. Alright, BDSM. I know you can do it. I'm gonna hope I can poison it. That's my big thing. Is that not gonna pan out? Alright, I'm gonna switch to Eevee, and then use Sizzly Slide, burn it, and we should be fine from there. I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I like the show in general. Like, I would collect the cards just because I like the pictures. But I had no real... Well, I knew how to play it a lot, but I wasn't any good at it. And, like, I got one of, like, the GX games on the Game Boy Advance. And I was trash at it. I just got annihilated every time. And if you were bad enough at the game... Because, like, you got, like, ranked, and if you were bad enough, one of the coaches would be like, yo, I heard you're the literal worst student in the school. I'll give you some extra credit. If you can beat me with this really shitty deck, I'll rank you up. And I would beat her and get ranked up, and I'm like, cool. And then I would immediately lose to the next person I fought and have to do it again, and then I just stopped playing. Like, I think I gave it a month of, like, legitimate attempts, and I was just fucking garbage at it. So I stopped caring. Also, like, you could choose like who to hang out with. It was kind of like a daily, day-to-day thing. But you could also choose to just sit in your room all the time. And eventually, if you stayed in your room long enough, Chumley, or whatever the fat dude with the koala deck's name is, would come to your room and say, "Oh, I know you must be feeling sad, but you can't just run away from it all." And then he would play you a really poignant song played, and he would just annihilate you with his koala deck. So, you know. It's like, imagine like imagine this. You're depressed, and you just kind of sit in your room all day because you're untreated, you don't know what to do, you're a kid, so you don't really know, like, oh, what's going on? I'm not feeling too good. So you're just sitting in your room depressed all the time, and your friend comes in and beats the fuck out of you with the one, like, passion you have in your life, and says, "Do you feel better now?" Could you imagine? Hey, Martin. Like, wow, what a great friend. Thanks, chum. I'm gonna burn your koala deck. Wake up! I mean, that's how Judai sells the first half of Season 1. I don't remember anything about the show. Been gone for 40 minutes, did Kama get yeeted? We did! We got, Turns out we can't actually really safely shiny hunt for Zubat until we beat Surge, so... We are setting up to actually get to, shiny hunt Zubats. Is this gonna be like Gen 6 where you beat your rival into literal depression? You rub the captain's dick. Eevee's trying to defend me from this greedy old pedophile. Okay. Funny dog. I'm trying to think of like my real one of my favorite animes that would be like a weird thing. Like I don't know how many people know. My favorite anime is Eureka 7, like that mech anime from like the mid 2000s. I love that show. That show is great. And it was my favorite for the long time, even though I'd never actually finished it. And I finished it in 2018. I was going to say last year, but now it's been 2 years at this point. And like I said, it's another one of those things where I don't think shows should end because the endings are very rarely satisfying. But it was okay. It had a decent enough ending. I just think the setup was a lot better. Once your questions get answered, they get answered with like 10 more episodes left to go, and then it's just fixing the mess the world's in. But the mysteries are why I cared about the show, so, you know, it's weird. A wild Zapdos spawned while I was hunting Caterpie. Should I break the chain and go get it? You can always go get Zapdos later. Unless you know you can get Zapdos right now. Now the SS and is is completely landlocked. There's shoals like this keeping it in, so I don't really know where it's going. I've never actually watched Gurren Lagann all the way through. Actually, I've only watched 2 episodes of it total. I always end up dropping it. I'll watch the first episode at really any point during the day, but I don't know why I never get any further than that. There's a lot of anime that I haven't watched. Like, you name anything really popular and I probably haven't seen it. Though, really, I can't actually say that anymore. I've seen some, like, popular ones now. Good job, Mega Buster Eevee. I'm proud of you. I got a distinct feeling this trash can puzzle's probably going to be a lot easier, huh? Oh. Girls Bravo? I've never even heard of that one. I've seen Kill la Kill all the way through. I saw that one pretty soon after it finished, actually. I really liked it. I skipped a class once to finish watching it. I think I went into class later that day specifically because I decided that watching the finale episode of Kill la Kill at that moment was more important than going to the public speaking class. I was already really good. Let me tell you, that public speaking class, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I skipped probably 80% of that class because I'm already good at public speaking. Especially at that point, all LPing is public speaking. And it's not like it's any more difficult in front of a crowd of people. Never seen Dot Hack, never played the games either. I think I saw 1 episode of Dot Hack, actually. I just, all I remember about it is that, what is it, Kite and Black Rose or whatever? There's like some big knight and then it turns into like some like jumpy little wimpy sword guy or something, and that's literally all I remember about that episode. So I'm probably even wrong about the names, and I might just be misremembering that in general. This guy looks like a young Kabu. I meant to put Maddoquith out in front. Oh well, what's the worst that could happen? And then just in general, I don't care about like the seasonal animes of the nowadays. Most of them I just assume are crap. Oh, is that what that was called? I watched whatever was on Toonami that night. Better meta quith while you're ahead. Ha ha ha, funny, Brett. What was one thing I watched that I just really despised? I guess I didn't despise Akame ga Kill. I was just more confused as to why I wasted time watching it. Because my friend was like, oh, I really like this one. So we got drunk and we watched it. And it's like, one of the characters died, and like, we didn't really have a whole lot of time to get, like, used to her. Like, why are they treating, like, why is the main character so cut up about this person dying when they've only known them for a couple of episodes? And then in the very next episode, someone else died, and he's like, oh no, I'm ruined, I'll never be the same after this. And I'm like, I don't believe that. You've had no, you've known these people for like a day. I don't know. It felt like it wanted to be something cool, but it didn't go through the effort of making itself cool. It wanted to be better than it was. It felt like something written very specifically for 12-year-olds. For 12-year-old boys to like be like, oh my god, this is so cool. Well, no, Naruto's anime is terrible. It's got well done fights, but getting to those fights is not worth the struggle. Oh fuck, Madaquith is going to evolve. That's level 21. Madaquith, you're evolving! Oh, you don't look any different. That's a bad shiny. I don't know anyone who would, like, in 2019 would legitimately tell you that Naruto had a good anime. I thought it was well known that it was not good. At least on the bright side, we can get a Leaf Stone really soon. I want to get Madaquith to level, I think it's 28. Which is where where she learns Poison Jab, and that's when I want to evolve her. And we can get a Leaf Stone, right after we beat Surge. Diglett's Tunnel will take us right outside Route 2, or whatever, and we could walk down and pick up a Leaf Stone. I could evolve Madaquith right now, I just want her to get Poison Jab now, so she has something better than, Or did they fix that? Did they fix, Stone Evolutions where you can, like, still learn stuff? Let me look that up, actually. Let me just check that real quick. Victory Bell Learn Set. Video editing jobs near me. Hey, anyone watching this show that can give me a living wage and hire me for video editing? I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it. Alright, let's go back over to Generation 7. Two switches are adjacent to each other. Okay, so it's not in any of these. Is this thing gonna load anytime soon? Okay, so no, it won't learn that. Alright. So we're gonna have to wait. Cool. Okay, so it's either to the left or to the right. I'm gonna say to the left. Damn it. Or it could be down. I guess it's not technically adjacent. At least it's not in Gen 1 where it randomized every time. That one got annoying pretty fast. Alright, let's open up with Funny Dog just in case they open, or in case Lieutenant Surge opens up with Magnemite. I'm glad they kept, like, all the war talk. I figured that would be on the chopping block. Is the final evolution good? Cammy asked. Yes. Shiny Victory Bell looks fantastic. Now, I'm glad you snagged the shiny you wanted. I'm very happy for you. Oh, fuck. Of course, it helps when Funny Dog just comes in and annihilates him. We take those. Oh, you didn't want Bellsprout. Well, you got one. You got Maddoquith. Everyone wants Maddoquith. That's my life advice. Leave you in because you've got Sizzly Slide. Eevee's just like, bitch, I knew. What anime should you start watching first? That's a hard one. There might be someone better equipped to tell you that than me. Should we do a similar thing? We send out Clefable and just kind of hope for the best, or do we just let Maddoquith start attacking? Anyway, I started blasting. Watch Berserk 97. That one's really good. Fuck, that hurt. I feel like I gotta bank on sleep powder. And then hope that wasn't min or max. I know, Maddoquith, you're good. You're gonna be okay. The manga is fantastic. If you just want to watch anime, though, Berserk 97 is really good. I thought it was gonna wake up on the first turn. It's gonna heal, isn't he? Oh, damn, I'm sorry, Maddoquith. We did take a risk there. You did your best. This sounds like it could be from, like, an episode of the 90 anime. He knew there was a reason I kept Quick Attack. Ha, shocker. The difficulty jumped up hard right there. I guess they were assuming you were going to be catching more. But at least at this point, now I can very reliably leave my team into like level like 25 or something. I got a what? Oh, is this I can get it from my bike? Hey. Not sure if I have anything that needs Thunderbolt, or can even learn it. I guess maybe Clefable, but it's not like I want to use Clefable. Maddoquith, you did your best, and that's what's important. Look at this autograph. Every time I do it, you give me crap. Let's talk to the Pokemon Club users. Okay. That is cute. Yes. Tell me about your Rapidash. Eevee said. What's all this about? Ah. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so am I, babe. Don't even worry about it. It squeals. Oh fuck! Stop! You're killing me. Oh, you don't get a bike at all, and let's go. Huh? That's odd. Oh, hey, Misty. Oh wow, awesome. Thank you. No, I can walk myself, actually. Okay, walk me. Let's go! Let's go, Eevee! Alright. Don't know why you, of all people, had to be the one to teach us that, but... At least now we can go through and start... Now we can go back and start shiny hunting Zubats. This truly is Zubatman Begins. I feel like I want to hunt them more in the heckin' Squee Cave. This feels like there's an item around. Except Eevee's tail isn't wagging, so it's hard to... Can we ride in Victory Bell's mouth? Wouldn't that be something? Hello. Get ready to join the squad. Of course, that had a yellow circle, so I'm not entirely confident about our catch chain, but we'll do our best. That's kind of why I want to hunt it in Mount Moon, just so I have a higher chance of catching it and it not getting away. Because I don't want to use all these Great Balls right now. I have all these Pokeballs, I just don't want to waste my chain, you know? Oh well. As long as it doesn't escape, I'll be happy. Is the bat huge or am I just small? This is... So I feel like we should go to Mount Moon, chain them there, and then come back here to actually catch it. You know? Dude, catching Zubat and Go is so awful. I don't even bother. Like, I see a Zubat, I see it's not shiny, and then I run away from the encounter. You tucked Zubat into your balls. Yeah, let's go chain these in Mount Moon. We'll come back and do all this other stuff later. I just want to start I want to get to chaining. I want my damn baby. I want my green bat boy. Because I got a good feeling about this hunt. I feel like this is going to be the quickest hunt we do in the game. I feel like Mataquith might have gone a little over, but I feel Zubat in particular is going to be our fastest hunt. I have no clue why, but I have a good feeling about this. And I'm going to say it over and over again, because when it doesn't happen, I want the record to show that I am the one who blighted me. Yeah, we'll grab the Leaf Stone and all that later. Do you see Mataquith? I kind of want to shiny hunt a Slowpoke because Slowbro is beautiful, but Slowpoke is not a good shiny. Not at all. And then Slowbro is so good. Bro, look, it is a Zubat. It is a Zorbeat. But so the levels don't really matter, do they? Well, how do I fix that then? Is it really just going to be reliant on hitting those? Because that catch rate seems way too low now, and there doesn't really seem to be like a reliable way to raise it besides just spamming Razzes. Because at this point now it just feels like better to go back to Rock Tunnel. Or Diglett Tunnel, rather. Alright, bastard. Gotcha. I knew I had a friend in the Go group who got a 500 catch streak for Slowpoke because he thought that's how you he thought that was how you increased the shiny rate. He didn't know that it capped that at 31. So his catch chain was 500 something. And he didn't hit a single other Pokemon. He was too afraid. I'd like an Onix, but I don't want to break the catch chain. Zubat, Zubat, there are two bats. I think that was a great catch personally, but, you know, whatever. Zubat. Alright, catch combo 5. Let's see when this breaks, because the yellow catch circle scares the shit out of me. It's not where I threw it. This is not good. Maybe I should get the second Joy-Con in on this. Are you making it seem the literal worst Pokemon in the game? Shiny shining for Zubats, you fool. Also, I'm not shiny chaining Magikarp. God fucking damn, this is annoying. This thing's gonna escape and I'm gonna ruin my chain. Where's my second Joy-Con? It's still attached to my Switch. Yep, wow, there goes my chain. Fuck you, that is awful. That was stupid. Well, I guess the only downside of the dual throwing thing is that it takes 2 Pokeballs at once, which is more of just an issue up front, because I kind of have all the money I'm ever going to need. Yeah, we're going to have to do this, because I'm not going to be able to get a chain of 31 like this. Or otherwise. Should we upgrade to Great Balls? Probably. If I did more money farming, I would upgrade to Great Balls, but it looks like double throwing Pokeballs is probably the way to go. Neminon, you want to see my team? I'm gonna show you my team, Neminon. Well, because first off, we have this, because we have to. Shiny, Weepin' Bell, Beedrill, and Butterfree. We're doing good. Bees nuts. Of course, having to wait for the support trainer to zoom in each time we go up and down the ladder is also going to be really fucking annoying. No, it's the support trainer has my Beedrill. See? Beedrill can't pop up in here. Two Onyxes! Just attack. God. Fucking Christ, I hate Zubat. Oh, I don't know if I want to shiny hunt this thing anymore. That's fucking annoying. At least those two leveled up. Let me just avoid these silly little snakes. I missed everything on Route 2. I said I was going to go back there later. I'm not done. Well, I don't know why you would bother shiny hunting a Ghastly, because shiny Gengar is so terrible. Shiny Ghastly looks nice, but the rest of the line just isn't worth it. I guess if you shiny Mega Gengar, I guess. No, we got permission from an Australian to name it that. Dr. Bones said we could. And they're Dr. Bones because the rest of their skin burned away. Moving on. I really thought I had that. I could chain something else, but I guess I just want the chain to be Zubat just so more Zubats pop up. Well, no, because I want to chain the Zubats, because then I'm going to go back to Diglett Tunnel and then hunt for the Zubats there. So I can get a higher level Zubat. Gotcha, bitch. There's a little bit of delay when you throw with the Joy-Cons. So getting that delay to really function the way I want it to is a little weird. But the way the HD rumble like makes them like vibrate and feel like a click when you catch, it's very satisfying. Like, this is what HD Rumble was for. It feels like, it's in my hand and it's clicking and it's satisfying. I really want to, like, get... Yeah, the vibrations feel great. I really want to stick one of these in my ass and catch a bunch of Pokemon with it. I want to feel that deep, satisfying click right up against my my snoot. I swear, I'm gonna lose a shiny Zubat like that, and I'm gonna scream. Click harder, they. It's funny, you get it? It's things I shouldn't be saying. Man, speaking of Crash Bandicoot, I've been thinking about like what else they could do with the series right now, and I figure if they're gonna do anything, it's gonna be one more remake. The question is, do you think they're gonna bother remaking Wrath of Cortex at all, or are they just gonna skip straight to Twinsanity? I don't think they're gonna bother with Wrath of Cortex because at its best, Wrath of Cortex just feels like a shitty remake of 3 as is. I'd like a Twinsanity remake that adds all the shit that got cut out of Twinsanity. Because Twinsanity, like, as it is, had so much cut out of it. Crash Boom Bang. I don't know. I kind of want to see what they do with, like, a brand new Crash game. Because I feel like they're afraid to tackle it. Where do you go? What do you do with Crash nowadays? Do you just give them more of what the Insane remake gave you? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. I don't really know what they're gonna... I don't know what they could do with Crash. Besides just give us another Crash game. And then my big worry there is the game going to sell? Will a Crash Bandicoot that plays really similar to the PS1 games sell nowadays without the nostalgia of the fact that they existed at one point behind them? Is the Crash Bandicoot brand name enough to sell a completely new adventure in this day and age? Hey, Chansey. By the way, if a wild Chansey pops up, I'm not breaking the chain for it. There's nothing in this cave that I would break a Zubat chain for. Well, yeah, the Insane Trilogy did really well. But it did well because those are familiar names. Like, just the fact that it's like, oh, I remember playing these games specifically as a kid. I don't think I don't think I'm just interested to see if like a brand new Crash game with no nostalgia behind it would be enough to sell. Shiny Paris? Is Shiny Paris good? I might break it for Shiny Paris. No, well, guess I'm doing that. Bye, Grell. But like Shiny maybe Shiny Clefable, but Shiny Scyther. Can Scyther pop up in here? If Paris and Parasect aren't like different enough as shinies, I don't really care. And then Geodude stuff, I also don't really care because I have it in Go. Anything I can reliably get in Go, I'm not too concerned about getting here. So like, I'm not going to shiny hunt any of the starters. I'd shiny hunt Pikachu. Just because I didn't really play on its community day. Damn it. you joking me? That totally hit. Huh. Ripping through Pokeballs really fast, but that's okay. Catch combo 14, keep it up. Little under halfway there. Did I hit the Paris or the Zubat? Paris. Aw, it's spreading. You trade shiny Pokemon from Go to the console. Yeah, you could. You can transfer from Go to Let's Go, and I think also to Home when it pops up. They said that would happen. But yes, they transfer shiny, which is good because uh-oh, don't run. I don't know what to do with all these shiny Squirtles I have in Go. They are just taking up so much room that I would feel weird just getting rid of. It'll be the same thing if Let's Go Johto happens. I have so many shiny Mareeps that I just want to get rid of, and I would love to send them to Go. To Let's Go, rather. But yeah, if you're able to trade it to Home and then to, like, Sword and Shield, it would just be easier to shiny hunt in Let's Go and then send it to Sword and Shield rather than try breeding in Shield. Do a giveaway for them. Okay. Come on. Well, I don't need a shiny Dratini in Let's Go, I can just hunt it. I'm not going to because I don't really want... I want a shiny Dratini in Go because I can finish my family there, but if I'm going to have a shiny Dratini in Let's Go, it's because I want to evolve it to a Dragonite, and I don't really want a green Dragonite. But yeah, it seems like it would be faster to... Any Kantomon that you can get in Sword and Shield, it would be faster to hunt it in Let's Go, and then just transfer it over, then try to, like, breed for it. I don't think I have, like, a ton of spare Johto starter shiny. I have enough. I think I have, like, one spare Totodile, which, yeah, that'd be great to have in Let's Go. Yeah, I think I have, like, one spare of each one. No, I have a ton of shiny Chikoritas. I have more shiny Chikoritas than I have any clue what to do with. So sending them over to Let's Go Johto would be fantastic. But I really want Let's Go Johto because I like Johto a lot. And I know Let's Go isn't necessarily going to give it the love a Johto game necessarily deserves, but I don't care. My ethics and pride as a consumer end where Johto begins. I will pay $60 for Let's Go Johto, whatever it ends up being. Which we talked about last time, what it would be. And I really think it's going to be Let's Go Home and Sleep. No, I think it's going to be like Pichu and Togepi. Pichu and Togepi feel like the safest bet. Even though I'd even be happy with, like, Let's Go Ho-Oh and Lugia. But if they're selling the whole partner aspect, I don't think they're going to hand you Ho-Oh and Lugia. But I also hope that Let's Go Johto wouldn't follow this game so, like, needlessly tight with, like, the whole partner thing. I want them to take what they learned from this and improve upon it, but it is asking a lot from Game Freak in it. I didn't get to play a ton on Cyndaquil Day. I fortunately got all my shinies very quickly, but it was super windy that day. Ooh. It was super windy that day. Very, very cold, and it was in the part of New Jersey where there just aren't very many spawns, and I tend to have shitty community days. But that's the only time I've ever gotten... Holy shit, Quiver Dance already? We don't really need Sleep Powder. Isn't this just a remake of Yellow? Kinda? But yeah. Yeah, it's a yellow remake pretty much. This is one for my older viewers who were around when Fire Red and Leaf Green like first launched. Did you have any friends who legitimately believed that Water Blue and Sun Yellow, or whatever they would call it, whatever they would call them, would come out? Like, did you have any pals who like legitimately believed that we'd get a Water Blue and a Yellow remake at the same time? I legitimately, I didn't like think like, oh yeah, Water Blue and all that's definitely happening, but I came up with a lot of concept for commercials for the two of them. Because like the commercials at the time, where it would be like power to burn, energy to grow, fire red and leaf green, and I would try to think of like other like blank to blank for electricity and water for water blue and sun yellow, or whatever they would call it. Now, here's another one, and this one goes for really anyone who just had friends who played Pokemon. Did you know anybody who legitimately believed a Pokemon Rainbow would come out with all the regions? Because I still have people I know who think that's a good idea. It's like, oh, they should make a Pokemon game with all the regions. I'm like, how would you balance that? And they're like, oh, like it could just be like 10 levels for a region. I'm like, no, it couldn't. The level curve wouldn't work that way. And they're like, oh, you could just you restart each time. And I'm like, how is that different from just having any other game? You're not going to get 7 games in one for $60. A game with all the regions, then it wouldn't happen. The closest thing you're going to get is Masters, like where it's like they kind of reference that other regions exist. It's just the kind of fan thing that you think is cool when you're 8 and you have no idea how games work. But then the second you actually think about how that thing kind of thing would work, you realize that playing that kind of game would be like a absolute slog. A Pokemon Rainbow in that vein would just be boring. Because that means you also have to have a story for all of that too. Unless you're just going to be having all the stories in one, which in that case it just sounds like all you want is a box set of all the Pokemon games together. Which, how whenever I ask anyone what that would be, it pretty much just sounds like they just want to play all the games in a row on one cartridge. And in which case, I'm just like, go download some emulators. You can have your Pokemon Rainbow right there. And I wonder how far like any like ROM hack would try to go like about a Pokemon Rainbow kind of thing. But that's just kind of how I feel about making ROM hacks in general. Like when people are like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna have all 890 whatever Pokemon in here," and it's like, why? You have to have a giant region to make that work. Because like if you're trying to like, I was thinking about like Rose Gold Heart. It's like, do I want every Pokemon in here? And the answer is God no. Even if it's just all the mons up to 5th gen, which is kind of what I'm going for there to make it kind of like more of a 2nd gen, 5th gen kind of thing. Fitting 649 Pokemon like reliably into Johto and Kanto, that isn't gonna work. I can barely fit the extra mons I have in mind. Like there's 300 total Pokemon, like around 300 Pokemon in Rose Gold Heart total. And getting all of those to fit was hard enough. And that's like, oh, I thought you really wanted the national dex. And it's like, I want the national dex in a game where I can transfer my old stuff and I can transfer this stuff into the future. A ROM hack is a standalone, should be a standalone thing. So don't pollute it with more stuff than necessary. It's kind of the same thing I tell when people are like, "Oh, I want to be funny." It's like learn when to stop telling a joke. Brevity is the soul of wit, and your deck shouldn't be 190 things, unless it's like Fire Red 809, where it exists really just for randomizers. Because in that case, that's really fun. Like, put all of them in the file and have a fun time with a randomizer, but the game shouldn't be balanced around that many Pokemon because it isn't going to work. Unless you're like an absolute goddamn genius, which chances are you're probably not. Sorry. Anyway, that's my pet peeve. That's me yelling at a straw man because I don't really know anyone who's like tried it. That's just me fucking sitting on my porch and yelling at a cloud. Because I have no idea who like has legitimately tried to do that. I think James said they're doing it for shade, and I trust James. I believe in James more than I believe in anyone else who says, "Oh, I'm gonna put all the Pokemon in a ROM hack." I believe James could probably make it work better than anyone else. But no, your Nat Dex in Rose Gold Heart is the regional Dex, and it's about 304 Pokemon, so go nuts with it. Especially when I'm telling you to finish it to get the secret ending. Alright, what's our catch chain up to? Only 2 more to go. Here we go. Very close. And then we're going to go back to Diglett Cave. And then we're going to throw a lure down. I've used 100 Pokeballs doing this. One more, and then we're capped out. And then we can start using the lures as well, which I think we're going to have to do anyway to get the Zubats to reliably spawn in Diglett anyway. See, because a lot of things, like, I don't want to, like, say, like, most fan games or, like, have bad stories because they're cringy and, like, needlessly edgy. Because Rose Gold Heart is a very, very edgy kind of game. So it would be hypocritical of me to say so. But the difference is, I can write that and think it's cool because it's from me, but I would never want to read. If someone else made the exact same plot of Rose Gold Heart and tried to sell it to me, I would say I would never want to read this. I guess that kind of makes me a hypocrite, but dunno. It is what it is. Alright, we're up to a 31 chain. Our shiny rate is now 1 in 341. I am not breaking this for nothing. The world is going to have to give me a shiny Zubat, or the world is going to have to fuck off. Here, get out of here. I'm going to walk around to make sure I don't miss one real quick. Thought that was it. Didn't think it should be that simple. Anyway, that's my rant. Also, I want to put Mataquith away. Just because I don't really want anything else crowding the screen. It's not going to be like shiny hunting for Bellsprout, where I'm worried that something's just going to get obscured by another body, but I just want as few things around as possible. Minimize my chances. Rose Gold Heart should still drop in 2020. I am getting a little nervous about that deadline, though. I might push it back to 2021. Because getting things just right, it might be done by 2020, but like putting it in a part where it's ready to put out, I might save for later. We shall see. The world is something. I found 3 great balls. Alright, time to do it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up a lure. So I've got 13 of them, and I don't really care because they're cheap, and I have $45,000. I'm going to run all the way through Diglett's Cave because I feel like I should be more to the right. That one feels easier to kind of align. So I'm probably wasting this lure, but it's not like they're that expensive. There's a chancey. I'm definitely not wasting it for a shiny Diglett. I have enough in Go to send over. Thought that was the shiny. No, we definitely wasted that lure. I got 45k and I think I still have a nugget in the back. Horse tack is attached. Is nothing gonna pop up here? Because I'm afraid now. Alright, here we go. It's just gonna be that Chansey over and over because of the lure, isn't it? No, we still have a good chance. I believe. We're gonna find a shiny Chansey. I can tell. That's what's gonna break it. I'm not gonna break it to catch a shiny Chansey, though. Absolutely not. Good stuff, Bray. I wonder why I'm still holding to the right and it pushes me immediately to the left. Well, I wonder what's up with that. This Chansey. Yeah, I wonder what is up with that. Zubat, Zubat, we're finally hunting Zubat. This feels good. Finally get to the hunt that we actually wanted. Let's see, it's 9:39, and I distinctly feel like we could get a shiny Zubat in the next 20 minutes. That's probably going to be me eating my words, but I don't know. I just got a feeling. What do you think, viewers? When do you think I'm going to get this shiny Zubat, if ever? Is this how a PS3 should look? Or did it... No, it cracked open. My PS3 is misaligned. I knew that broke. It took a nasty tumble the other day, so that's probably what I worried about. It works still, it's just, that is not how a PS3 should look, I don't think. Or maybe it is, I don't think I've ever actually looked at this side of a PS3. Oh, that works. That's all that really matters to me. Look at how small Diglett is. Fucking baby. It's like that meme where it's like, ha ha ha, how are you so small? Which is not, that is a very uncomfortable meme. It feels like it's supposed to be like a macro micro fetish. You should give me your shiny luck, because your streams seem to give me luck. Well, best of luck. But don't take mine, or else I'm gonna squee and XD. What's that line from Take It From the Jungle? You can smell my face. Welcome to the jungle. I can't feel my face. Someone got a shiny Caterpie in Go earlier in the raid group, and man, I wish that was me, because I would love shiny Caterpie. Want to name it Murder Not So Bad, but only in Go. I'm going to name it Golden Not if we get one here. Courtesy of Brad. Aiming for Snom. Oh, we did discuss that, didn't we? I wonder if this is counting steps. This feels like more than 100 steps. It's gotta be. Okay, I might break it for a Chansey. Might as well get a shiny Chansey out of the way early. If a shot, all right, I'll break it for a shot. I won't break it for a Diglett, but I will break it for a Chansey. This is the new decree of Comic Fire. Diglett Tunnel just doesn't feel like the best place to do it. Rock Tunnel seemed to be a really good place for it. And that place is coming up soon, but I don't know, I kind of just want to get to hunting now. I got a good feeling about this place. Going for male shiny Esper and female Wooloo. What does shiny Esper look like? Let me look that up. I think, doesn't shiny Meowstic look really good? I'm gonna look that up. Shiny Meowstic. Oh, that's a really good shiny. Yeah, good on you. I like gold shinies. Gold shinies are very fun. A little sick of pink shinies because I keep getting them and Go right now. I have many a Murkrow and many a Kyogre. I'm getting a little sick of those. I'd kind of like a shiny Heatran, but I'm not about to dip into my premiums for it. That's the tease, sis. Wow, Martin Myers, that's a really timely meme. I thought that was shiny again. That damn aura. At least I can so easily tell right now what's an aura and what's a shiny. I'm so happy that it's not in the grass anymore. I'm just not happy that we are going to have to deal with grass in the future. But it is what it is. At least the lures are going to last a nice long time like this. Is this really the best way to find shinies in here? Yeah, getting them to just refresh like this is much better than just running through the cave. And it's going to be a lot easier in your lure supply. Your lure. People in the group make fun of how everyone says it, so I just pronounce lore different each time. The only downside about the ladder trick is if you get a little itchy on the trigger finger and go up, chances are a shiny will pop up right when you're going up, and that's it. It's not like you can do anything about that. This game really is just Lucario Vision Simulator. You get to see all these auras. Of course, maybe it would be better to do it in Mount Moon. Just with more, since it'll just have more encounters around. It'd just be some level grinding. And that would be more of just a matter of catching up. I don't even know if I want to use Shiny Zubat on the team anymore. Hey, Jay. Because, like, we're good on poison types now, especially now that I remembered I can Mega Beedrill. And it has Poison Jab. So do I even want a Zubat? Maybe I do just want a shiny Chansey. I'm having a crisis here. I'd run Shiny Sandshrew, but I don't really like Shiny Sand Slash. But I don't want to run a Sandshrew the entire time. It would fit into my criteria of shit that I just have a hard time getting and go. I forget. Is Shiny Chansey's got like a green hue, right? Well, Erica will be fine because I have poison and fire attacks. It's Sabrina that I'm more worried about. When can I Mega? Because if I can have Mega Beedrill by the time I fight Sabrina, I have that fight on lock. Shiny Chansey is green, cool. Now, I know Blissy's shiny sucked, I just didn't remember if Chansey's did as well. Maybe I would like a shiny Chansey. I've never used one of those before. It does fit my criteria. No, that's definitely good to hear, Jay. Like, when you're getting into like a niche of something you enjoy, that feels really, really good. Well, whatever. Depending on whatever we find first. If we find Zubat Fat first, we'll use Shiny Zubat. If we find Chansey first, we'll use Chansey. The question is, what are we going to name a Shiny Chansey? I have a Shiny Zubat's name in mind. Yeah, Shiny Zufat. Zoo. Because I name all my shiny Zubats Chroma, because that's what I named the shiny Golbat that broke my 11-year dry streak. But Green Chansey? What do I call that, huh? I'm not calling it Danny DeVito. Peachy Keen. I'm gonna call it Peach Beach Splash. I'll call her Senran Kagura. Grancy. Gramercy Park. The Big Foonie. I like that. Say just posted a video in both of the group chats we're in, and everyone is reacting very similarly. Green eggs and ham, oviposition, sickly sweet. Kinda want to call it oviposition. That is a very good opinion. Octopath Traveler has some of the most gorgeous pixel artwork ever betrayed by a lighting engine. And it's true. Octopath Traveler is... Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No thank you. Octopath Traveler looks like it could be cool, but it's wrapped up in a... I don't like just... I understand this is starting to become like the negativity stream, but it's very easy to talk about what I don't like. Uh, Octopath Traveler is like, or just in general, the whole like retro revival, like Ukulele or Octopath Traveler, it's like definitely going back to the old games people liked, but then it's not doing anything to really improve upon them or make them better. They're just giving us a product from the 90s, and they're not fun. Like, give us a collectathon, but make it more fun. Don't just give us something that literally could have existed during the 90s. Ovophilia? That's really good. Alright, I think I'm going to call her Ovophilia. That's really good, Jay. I like that a lot. Shit, now I'm hoping we get a shiny Chansey. You can just call the next stream the Amazing Race, which is coming first. Well, I get you're thinking like ovophilia, like egg fucker, like the loving of eggs. I was thinking it's like Ophelia, but like ova and Ophelia. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, that's not what I thought you were going for, Jay. My bad. I was thinking like Ophelia, but like ova. Because I like Ophelia as a name. I think it's a very pretty name. I would name a child. I don't know if I would name a child Ophelia. I don't know what I would name my kids. I feel like I've had it set on my heart I would name my daughter Sophia for years. If you're gonna pop up, could you do it faster? I feel like I'm gonna lose one of you. Can I be your child's godfather? My child is going to be their own godfather, regardless of their gender. No, anyone who gives their kid their name Junior is a lazy piece of shit. I immediately think less of you as a parent if you name your child your name Junior. I don't care how good of a person you are. I just you're such a conceited piece of shit if you name your kid you Junior. I'm gonna come out and say that that might be a controversial opinion. I can't stand Junior, like the name Junior. Now, if you're gonna name your kid after me, they have to be Comic 2 or 1.5 HD Remix. I just would hope that no one would combine their name to make a child's name because so few of those would actually work to make something like legible. Comic 2, yeah, either. All right, you have to name your kid either Comic 358 over 2 or Comic Junior. Fusion dance for a child. Because like I don't know, like if I like say I met like me and Casey popped out a horrendous crotch goblin. I say it's horrendous because it's got my DNA in there. Uh, and we like mixed our names together, it would be like a Daisy, and that's not a name. If anyone thinks a Daisy would be a good name, I'd fucking deck you right in your taint. I'd fucking look at you and give you the biggest like frown ever. Also, any variety of like Caden, Brayden, or Jaden. Like, I don't know. Like, don't be a Whole Food shopper. Bradley Butler III absolutely sounds like the like gentrified villain of like a sitcom. No, if your kid comes out sounding like a Dragon Ball Z fusion Sona, you should just fucking not. I'm not gonna say abort the kid, but maybe convince your parents to go back in time and abort you for ever having that idea. The weird spellings are also really cruel to kids. If anyone, like, that's like the cruelest thing you can do to a kid is give them a weird name. Because like you'll get bullied so bad in school. Yeah, I used to go to a Christian private school, which with the name Adam, let me tell you, that sure wasn't fun to be named Adam in a Christian private school. The thing about Eevee as a name, I know someone who named their kid Eevee. It's just spelled like, for example, Adam and Eve. It's like Evie. It's just Eevee. Adam and Eevee. Jiminy Christmas. Is that supposed to be like Jeremy? That's cruel. Yeah, Eevee, like Evie is just a name. You could name your kid Eevee. If you want to have it done after the Pokemon, just don't tell anyone that. Just spell it like Eevee. Hey Adam, where's Steve? It's funny, my best friend IRL, that I grew up with is named Steven. So it's funny, it's like we're Adam and Steve, and he's incredibly one of just the straightest men I know. It's almost it's almost sad how straight this man is. I'm not at all attracted to him, if that's the thing you were getting. It's just I feel like it's teetering on the edge of homophobia, but I don't know. He's voted for gay marriage enough that I'm not sure. But yeah, it was going to a Christian private school and being named Adam. I heard enough Adam and Eve jokes for a lifetime where I determined if I've ever met any woman named Eve, even if we were like the most like compatible couple ever, I would do everything in my power to never date her. She'd have to change her name. One of us would have to change her name. And even so, I would never give in anyway. Just anyone in real life named Eve, I just want nothing to do with. I don't even want to talk to you. Your existence was a blight on me. If someone unironically named their kid Cold Steel, I feel like their kid would get taken away. Because I feel like that's child abuse, isn't it? Like naming your kid something like that. Naming your kids after memes is it's like child abuse. Because I can remember that one. It was like that person who named their kid stuff like Tallulah does the hula, yeah, Detroit, and stuff like that. And they got their kids taken away. Like, giving your kid a fucked up name is child abuse. Is there even a catch chain? Yeah, but 31 for Zubat. Brad, I remember hashtag. I remember that was a really big thing when young hashtag was born. The biggest thing I remember from that person tweeting out hashtag's name is like, oh, hashtag, our little baby hashtag weighs like 8.7 pounds, but they spelled weighs wrong, and for some reason that bothered me way more than the fact that they named their kid hashtag. I think the Chanseys are just common because I have the lure up. And honestly, I don't care. If I get a shiny Chansey, I'll take it. I really thought I'd have the shiny by now. Oh well. I'm prepared. I might just go back to Mount Moon to hunt this, though. Once this next lure runs out, I'm probably going to run back to Mount Moon. Good, clean your hands, my filthy little lad. Take a chance on me. Chance on me. Chance me on. What about those biblical names that no one ever really names their kids? My mom came very, very close to naming me Cain. And she was like, oh yeah, that was the bad one. And she was worried I might have a little brother at some point, so maybe naming me Cain wasn't the best idea in the world. I know Ezekiel's in real life. They just go by Zeke. Cain is a fucking dope-ass name. I'd love to be named Cain. But the thing is, if I was named Cain, I feel like I would have turned out to be a douche. Because being named Cain is just absolutely something you just name your OC. I don't think anyone would name their kid Job, necessarily. One of the people in our Go group is a very, very Christian woman with a very, very Christian husband. She's very nice. Her husband kind of weirds me out. But all their kids are named very biblical names. I'm not going to say the kids' names because they're very young, and I feel like that would be doxing them, and that's not cool. But they're like, it's not just like your Johns and your Jacobs. It's like, I'll pick one out that's definitely not it. It's kind of like Uriah or something like that. Like, they are those kind of biblical names. I think my mom said if I was a girl, she would have named me Jillian. I don't know, Jillian's a nice name. But it's also like, I could say like, oh, if I got like fat at that point, they'd say I'd weighed a jillion pounds and I would have cried. It's not like that stopped them anyway, because it was a very hefty child and I got made fun of for my weight a lot. But I feel like if my name was Jillian, it probably would have been a lot worse. Kids are very cruel. What else? I don't know. I guess there's really no way to save yourself from being bullied. That came out really tragic. I feel like someone's gonna, like, at some point in school, someone's gonna make fun of you at some point. There's really nothing you can do about it. I guess the thing about it is just, what are you gonna do when it happens? I think I just... When was the last time I got bullied? I think it was 7th grade. I had these two really tall guys kind of choose me and like would pick on me and stuff. And I just kind of ignored them. Because fortunately they didn't do anything like physical, but they tried really hard to like rile me up specifically and make fun of me for stuff. And very fortunately, I had friends in that class that like, I didn't even need them to stick up for me. I just kind of ignored the guys and just talked. And then I don't want to give credence to the whole like, oh, they're bullying you because they like you. But both of them did come out of the closet a few years later, and I am wondering if they were just kind of getting their confused feelings out on me because they wanted to fucking ruin my boy hole or something. Neither of them are my type, so I wouldn't have bit, but I do wonder if that was it. But the trick was, fortunately for me, they didn't pursue any kind of bullying. I think it took like half a year too, but eventually they just kind of got bored and stopped. I was trying to think of the grossest term for it, I'm sorry. But then after that, I don't really think anyone cared. I was fortunate enough to grow facial hair kind of early, so I grew out my hair and my facial hair and very purposely made myself look like a serial killer sometimes in high school. And so people wouldn't talk to me or bother me, and it worked mayhaps just a little too well. And I ended up being a coworker with one of them later, and we made quick friends. And one point she was just like, "Yeah, I used to think you were really fucking terrifying in high school," and I'm like, "Ah, well, glad to see that. I'm glad that you've learned that isn't the case." Yeah, I'm definitely gonna move to Mount Moon after this lure is done. The chances are nice, but I'm not seeing enough of anything. Whereas with the other place, it was definitely hopping. Yeah, let's just go there now. We'll run this lure out. Now the big question is, were you ever hit on and not realize it till later? That has only happened to me, to my knowledge, once. I think I was 14, and I went to an ice cream place, and this older lady, I'm going to assume, she was like 17 probably. She was definitely a late high schooler. Uh, was being very talkative and chatty with me. And mom was just like, "Oh my god!" And then she asked me, like, "So, what school do you go to?" And I mentioned the local middle school, and her face went pale. And I'm like, "She's like, oh, that's." I'm like, "Yeah, kind of far away." Haha. And I paid for my ice cream and left. And I'm eating in the car. Mom was like, "She was hitting on you." I'm like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh." And that was the nicest compliment I'd ever gotten. I think just the idea that someone would hit on me and not realize that I was 13. I think. Poor girl. How must she have felt if she was 17 and realized she was hitting on a middle schooler? All I wanted was my raspberry ice cream, and she was trying to get some of my fucking vanilla scoop, if you know what I'm saying. She was trying to get that hazelnut cluster. It's not an ice cream flavor, I'm sorry. Wonder how she's doing. Hope her life's going better. Salted caramel. I'm not tan enough to be salted caramel. I am a fucking pasty white boy. I've got a massive farmer's tan though. I go outside enough to where my arms are very tan, but if I take my shirt off, I'm like gross to look at. I'm like if you let a chicken breast thaw just a little too long, that's kind of what my chest looks like. It's not that bad. But I'm very, very white. I feel like this might be the place. Because shit is just exploding up here. Now, I'm willing to bet she probably wanted to forget that story in general. I don't really feel like that's something she's... I don't really feel like that's something you tell to someone. "Oh, I thought this 13-year-old looked way older than he actually was, and I tried to fucking get 2 scoops." Like, I don't think there's anything you would brag about that. Like, even as a, haha, how embarrassing. I'm a little worried about this place because that one Zubat likes to fly off the edge, and I'm not sure if it's shiny or not. I gotta be a little careful here. But yeah, I think that's the only time it's ever really happened to me. Oh yeah, I ended up hitting on the comic fire when I was a kid. Could you imagine? She's like, did you ever, like, her friends were like, did you ever know a celebrity? And was like, yeah, I hit on the comic fire Symphon when he was 13 and just wanted some raspberry ice cream. To catch a comic fire. I was the victim there. That was, no, if anything, I think she was the victim. I was just oblivious. What if she's watching this right now? Lady, if you worked at that, what was it, Maggie Moo's was the ice cream place? If you worked at that Maggie Moo's in, like, 2008, 2009, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. I didn't really do anything. That was all on you, but I'm sorry you had to go through that. I feel like saying I love you is probably a little too hard to hit on someone with. If any girl ever if any person just referred to their genitals as their raspberry eye. Holy crap, a shiny Zubat! I knew this thing was going to be fast. I wanted to get them in Premier Balls, but I was too panicky and didn't get them in time. Doperoni and cheese, dude, we got it! I knew that was going to be fast. I didn't even need the lures. I'm glad I came back here then. We are going to have to level this thing up then a lot. Maybe I could get another one. Do you think if I go up this thing 5 more times, I can find another shiny Zubat? Or do you think we should just keep this going and try to get the shiny Chansey out of it? What if I just made a team of 6 shiny Zubats? Of course, it would be easier just to chain the Chanseys, wouldn't it? But I also feel like if we're going to be chaining Chanseys, we should probably have something better than just Pokeballs. I feel like chaining Chanseys is probably a Great Ball job, and probably a little later. Like maybe Lavender Town. That could be as early as the next stream, though. But we have this, so why don't we see what fun things can pop up? Because I'm in for another 45 minutes of this. This went by way faster than I thought. But first things first, let's get, Are you the, shiny one? You are. Sassy. That's a weird nature for it. Well, time to name her. Or him, rather. Alright, first off, add to party. Clefable, you can relax. Time to change the name. And let's get our big boy in the squad. Chroma. Check summary, and let's post that on Twitter. If any girl person referred to their genitals as raspberry, imagine, like, because, like, if I ever decide to, like, make like the greatest hits version of that. Like I just show like, oh, here's all like when I got the shinies. I have to include the raspberry ice cream genitals in that. So that's unfortunate. I knew that shiny Zubat was going to be my shortest hunt. I knew it. You know what I've been doing in RuneScape right now, Jay? I've been blowing unpowered orbs to get my crafting to 87. All right, let's get a lure going and see if we can't get a shiny Chansey or something to pop up. We got 45 minutes. I want to see what we can get out of it. I'm gonna go behind you and Owu at you. Well, you gotta find me first. You don't know what world I'm on. I'm on the 1750s. And where am I? I'm at the Farming Guild. I wonder if I Aventos died during the stream. I was planting some herbs and some trees because my maple tree got diseased right before the stream and I pruned it, but I didn't pay for it, so I wonder if that died. That Chansey's kind of scary. Like, it just runs at you and it's like, I'm Chansey! Fuck! I'm in the 2K worlds. Well, my level's not quite that high yet. Comic Guy. Oh, yeah, shit. I should save, shouldn't I? Wow, that would have been really bad because I was just like, yeah, cool. Now I can turn the game off and play DX and not worry about it. Jiminy, fuck miss. Thank you, Milena. Oh my god! I almost lost that! My god, I should not be a shiny hunter. Thank god I have you guys. Chansey is Nemesis from RE3. I'm very excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake. Because that's the one I'm the most curious about. And I might end up even buying it. Usually I don't play a lot of horror games because I get scared. But, you know. Whew. You see, it's fitting because I had spaghetti for dinner, so technically spaghetti has now saved my life twice today. I had we cut some Italian sausage and some penne noodles. And it was very, very good. The sauce we bought was yummy. The idea of Zora Magdaros potentially being in Resident Evil 3 has given me so much tingles. I have a feeling you're not I Love Feet. I am not playing right now. I am streaming. No, if I was playing right now, I'd be in Edgeville doing cannonballs, because that's what I did during the last stream. That's the whole reason I resubbed to RuneScape. I still had a bond on hand. And I was doing cannonballs. I smithed 10,000 steel bars into cannonballs. That took a lot of fucking time. I should have been doing it during this stream as well, but I don't know. I was kind of sick of cannonballs. I just didn't want it. Plus, I don't get 6-hour logged very often, but the last time I was doing cannonballs, I got 6-hour logged. At least now it tells you that you were disconnected from the server. I remember the first time I got 6-hour logged, I didn't know that was a thing. And so I'm just walking through a city, and then my account gets logged out, and I try to log right back in, and it's like, you can't do that. You're still logged in. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Did I get hacked? And then I switched the world, and I was like, oh, okay. But I got very scared. I didn't know 6-hour logging was a thing. I was about to say, I'll grab pretty much any shiny at this point now. Except, I don't know, maybe not Geodude. Well, no, if I get a Geodude, I just wouldn't evolve it. Now, those trainers that will trade you like this Pokemon for an Alolan Pokemon, if I give them a shiny, will they give me a shiny back? Like the person who asked for like, oh, I'll give you my Raticate for an Alolan Raticate. If I gave them a green, or shit, a Alolan Rattata rather. If I gave them an Alolan Rattata, or shit, a shiny Rattata, would they give me a shiny Alolan Rattata? Nope. Okay. I'll fuck with me, Mega Buster Eevee. I'll fucking smile at you real hard. You can get shinies from them with their full odds. Okay. I'd do that, but I think soft resetting for shinies is really, really boring. Especially if it's full odds, because even with the shiny charm, that's still just like a 1 in 1,000 chance. And that means I have to restart my game every single time. That sounds really fucking boring. At least with this, like, okay, I just saw 2 things pop up with a 1 in 313 or so chance in a couple seconds. If I was going to do the trading things, it would be a 1 in 1,000 chance like every minute, and that just sounds boring. I think Kish said they were like soft resetting for I tried them multiple times. Just things like soft resetting in general. I think Kish said they soft resetted for a shiny Mewtwo and I think maybe X and Y. And it took them 13,000 soft resets before they got it. And I'm like, that doesn't sound fun to me. I will never be that pressed. It just does not appeal to me. Plus, none of the Alolans would be worth it for me. I don't think. Maybe Alolan Exeggutor, but that one's also a much higher chance in Go. Like, as long as I'm willing to drop raid passes, it's like a 1 in 60 something chance in Go. So, that was probably a shiny, wasn't it? Soft resetting is very, very boring, and I have no intention to do it. Look at these funny Clefables. $80K soft resets for Lapras and Crystal before you gave. Like, no. That sounds so awful. I don't know how full odds shiny hunters do it. Like, I do not have the wherewithal for that. I'm just not powerful enough. I'd take a shiny Onyx right now, though. I have plenty in Go. Like, I could trade a shiny Onyx over from Go, but I wouldn't hate it. I think they changed how Sire worked recently, so it's like easier to do now if you're on the Ancient Spellbook. Like, smoke spells fuck it up worse, apparently. So the main issue is, I think Sire still takes forever, so... Why would you put yourself through that? I saw Sonic's did full odds Torchic for Omega Ruby, and it took them 23,000 soft resets. Like, that's not worth it. Not to me personally. I think I have like a beefy, took you 500 resets? Well, jeez. Oh, God damn it. I have a Lizard Man task, and I was trying out Shamans for the first time, and I got fucking annihilated. Like, I went to the Lizard Man temple where there's like two of them in that room. There's not a ton of room, and it's easy to maneuver. But I think I got through like 3 before I ate all my monkfish. No, I have the Shazian gear for it. I'm well prepared. I just don't know what to pray, and then those little explodey guys, they just kind of panic. Me and Jay are talking about RuneScape. Sorry, I have a. In RuneScape, you get Slayer tasks to train your Slayer skills, or an NPC tells you specifically, all right, kill these monsters specifically. And the monsters I got tasked to kill were lizard men. And I have to kill 115 of them. So for 115 lizard man kills, I get Slayer experience for them. And the higher your Slayer level, there are certain monsters you can only kill with a certain Slayer level, and they tend to have really good drops. Shiny Dracovish is what I was thinking. Just the idea of I don't think you need the mythicals to get the shiny charm. Like, I don't think Mew, Meltan, and Melmetal are necessary. IIRC. Hell, I don't even think the legendaries are necessary. I think it's everything with a master trainer. But I could be entirely wrong about that. I just don't think it's Mew, Meltan, and Melmetal. And the other thing is that there were so many people like sitting outside the door, and I got like such performance anxiety. I had like an abyssal dagger because it said stab was a good way to go about it, and I don't think I'm gonna be making enough per kill to like think that Zulrah scales would be worth it because they're really expensive right now. But comic, you may say, if your name is Jay, just go kill Zulrah. The answer is, the fuck do you think I am? I couldn't even do it on like one of those like test worlds where I could like get all the gear I wanted. I'm sure once I kill one Zulrah, I'll be able to do it more reliably, but my brain doesn't think that fast. I can't even kill Jad. I like the idea of the blowpipe. It's just, it's expensive to use. That's also how I feel about the Trident. Like, I feel like my luck would be bad enough that I wouldn't make back Trident casts at Barrows. And I finished Mauritania hard. I just still feel like I would butcher something. I just don't think that faster in combat. I panic really easily. I've done a few Barrows runs. It's just, I feel like if I'm gonna do it, I need to download RuneLight because that puzzle always fucks me up. Just I can't like see fast enough before like a worm hits me out of the puzzle thing. I remember another piece of fan fiction I wrote was the origin of the Barrows brothers, and it wasn't very good. And then didn't RuneScape 3 end up like giving them lore along with like an extra brother and like a Barrows sister or something? I've just been using Ivan Blasted Barrows. It's been working out. It's just I don't know. The last time I played, I stumbled onto another pair of rune boots, so I'm flush, or not rune boots, ranger boots. So I'm flush with cash. I'm just afraid to spend it if I know I'm not going to get it back, or I don't think I'll get it back. Yeah, I just need to like go in and do it some more. failure shouldn't be something I'm afraid of. I don't know, I'm probably going to get back into RuneScape again, so who knows. Microtransactions haven't reared their ugly head in like half a year, so, or even the threat of them, so I feel confident in coming back. Dragon Slayer 2, I feel like I might be able to do. I don't know why that one, because I feel like Galvek has got to be harder than Jad, but I don't know. Something about quests just feel easier than optional super bosses. Speaking of optional bosses, Jay, have you done the Hespori? I got a seed from a seed pack, and it's growing right now. And I want to know what I'm in for. Cool. So now that I've scared everyone off with all this RuneScape talk, how is everybody? How's your how are your lasagnas going, pals? How's the last meal you attempted to cook? How did it pan out? That's the question of the day for the viewers. I totally feel that, Jay. It's the whole reason I went and stopped doing shamans and just went back onto blowing glass. Alright, I'm vibing. I'm tired but good. It was edible. That's good. For some reason, that all just combined in my mind as I'm tired but edible. I'm like, we're all technically edible. It's like the only person I know that does Sire is Guns Chili. Trying to think of the last meal I made that like really took effort. I made my curry chicken, and this time I got to let it simmer for way longer. Because usually when we make curry chicken, it's kind of like a last minute thing, so it ends up being rushed. And that's not good because the curry chicken tastes better when I let the chicken simmer in the curry for like longer. And I don't always get the chance to do that, but when I do, it's really good. Like really good. Gets nice and tender, but not too tender. Because I don't like my meat, I don't like my chicken too tender because then it feels like it's like not done in the middle. But some people are like, oh, this chicken is so moist. And I'm like, ew. It just feels like it's raw. Like I know I told the story before. There's this place near me I found that sells amazingly good wings. Like these are some of the best wings I've had in my life. And usually I don't like Martin. I'm gonna fucking smile at you to death. Like when I'm done with you, you're gonna be nothing but a pile of ash of the sheer glint that of the UV rays reflecting off of my perfect white teeth. So I found this really good wing place. And I usually like just to get boneless wings when I go out because I'm not trying to like think about it. I'm just trying to. I just want to eat chicken. But I've been getting traditional wings here, and they're really good. They're very, very moist. In the sense, like, they're not, like, drippy or soggy. Like, the skin is super crispy. And it's just, like, I'm sure people adore, which is, like, how, like, not dry this chicken is. But as a result, I bite into it, and it goes around my mouth, and I have to look down to make sure the chicken is actually cooked. I get worried every time I take that first bite that I just bit into a raw chicken wing, and that's a little stressful. So I don't really know why people adore having moist chicken so much. But that could just be me. I know some people, I know people like moist chicken. Curry chicken's good. We don't make our own curry. We get a. I'm trying to think of what the brand is. It's like Patak or something. It's like in a jar, and we get the tikka masala. And what we do is we brown the chicken in the pan, and then I add salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. Cook that all up, brown the chicken. Then you pour the curry in. Then you fill up half the jar with water and pour it in to thin the curry a bit. Then you turn the heat all the way on low. Then you let that simmer for as long as it takes you to cook your rice. Now, I prefer my chicken medium well. Yeah, this curry isn't super spicy, so maybe you're gonna want something with more of a kick than tikka masala. But that's what I prefer. It's got a little more heat than just plain chicken, but it's not like painful to eat. Because mom doesn't really like super spicy stuff. Back when we had a Genghis Grill in my town, I used to get my bowls there super spicy. Like so spicy. I used to go there with a friend, and they had like no heat tolerance. Like they, like just the smell of Tabasco would put them off. And apparently my bowls were so spicy that I'm like, as they were sitting next to me, they had smelled it, like just the spice coming off my bowl, and it set them into like a hiccuping fit. And I was like, wow. I don't like that onyx from behind. It's very sensual. I feel like it was trying to seduce me. I feel like it was trying to get me to attack it. Yeah, we're probably not going to get so lucky that we get shinies back to back, but I'll probably keep going for a little while longer. We have this chain, I might as well not waste it. In defense if I do end up playing DX. You think there's anyone who's like written a fan fiction about an Onyx like squeezing them gently until they just fucking splattered all over the place? Because it's probably like just the same thing as just like snakes or just any other constriction thing. It's just the idea of Onyx, because I don't really feel like Onyx is a very sexualized Pokemon. Panic Attacks from Spice is a new one. I hadn't heard that. But I also didn't think that anyone could really sexualize. Fucking what is its English name? Why do I remember its Japanese better than its English name? Pandora, Whirlipede's evolution, Scolipede. Why in the goddamn hell did I remember its Japanese name before I remembered its English name? One of the weirdest things I saw on the internet was very, very detailed drawings and writings about how much Scolipede turned them on and they wanted to fuck it. And it made me really uncomfortable because it was like grotesque. Like how like well done this was. It looked just like you would imagine fucking a bug would look like, and it was like grotesque. I'll take a free barbecue. Let me pay for it though. It's not really a free barbecue at all, is it? Let's just all meet up at MagFest next year and have a cookout. Or let's all just go get some food at the Baltimore Harbor because we're there and they have good food. Like, I don't often use the term grotesque to describe anything, but that set was very, very grotesque. Yeah, so I don't have a whole lot of experience with making my own sauces. I can pick out a good cut of meat, but as far as the sauces go, I would love to see what you could come up with. Name my Gigantamax Flapple. Flapplebees. Flapple Spice. Flapple Jelly. Pen, Pine, Flapple, Flapple Pen. Have I told you guys how much I hate Pen, Pineapple, Apple Pen? How much I just, like, I despise it as a concept. So where if any video even makes a single joke about it, I dislike it. I give it an immediate dislike no matter how much I like the video. Like, there's this really good SoundCloud, like, meme mashup song. But Pen, Pineapple, Apple Pen features in it for 2 seconds, so I disliked it on YouTube. In fact, now that I've mentioned it, I'm going to dislike my own stream. Even mentioning it myself, no forgiveness. It's the same way with that one meme kid, Gavin, or whatever. He's like that little kid, and he does like all the hip, quirky, relatable reaction images. And anytime anyone posts it, I either unfollow them or mute them. I've soft blocked people for posting a Gavin meme. I fucking despise that kid. I don't necessarily dislike children as a whole, but something about his face just sends me into a fucking blood rage. And if you ever watch this, Gavin, it's not your fault. But holy fuck. Your face as a 4-year-old or however old you were in those pictures just fucking drives me up the wall. I can't say I want this twink, but he's 4. 4-year-olds aren't twinks. Did I ever tell you my favorite title I ever made for an LP episode? So in Digital Devil Saga, there's this one boss where it's Hecatonkers or whatever, and it's like this multi-armed bodybuilder type just punching monstrosity. And so the main character of Digital Devil Saga is a very slender, very feminine man. So I gave the episode a Pornhub title. It's like Let's Play Digital Devil Saga 2, Episode 5. And it's like silver-haired twink gets fisted by bodybuilder. And it lost ad revenue. I think it's like the only episode of that series that doesn't have ads on it. But it was so totally worth it. It's probably my favorite title I've given anything. I was very, very proud of that. There are some like titles that I like too much to care about losing ad revenue. Like that one episode of Dragon Quest V fucked my way up to the top. It was too fitting of a name for that episode for me to care about losing ad revenue. I kind of want to watch it. I mean, it's a bog standard episode of Digital Devil Saga 2. I was very proud of that LP, but it's not like I made like Pornhub jokes during it. Very proud of that LP though. Was also incredibly proud of the first episode's title, but that's spoilers for Digital Devil Saga. But just know, the whole point of Digital Devil Saga is achieving Nirvana. So the first episode of that one was called... It was like a multi-layered pun, because I built off a Fall Out Boy song title for it. It was a little less Nirvana, a little more Alice in Chains, and I was really, really proud of that one. That probably had my best titles of all fucking time. I was very proud of all those. Digital Devil Saga 1 is fucking amazing. 2 is... 2's battle system is a lot better. Like, the skills you get in it are really, really fun. Like, any idea that you could possibly have, like, oh, you want a physical attack that lowers this stat, this stat, or this stat? We got those. You want a light element skill that does some weird shit? We got those. You want some fun almighty skill that does something you weren't expecting? We got those. Like, it has anything you could want, but 2 just isn't fun to go through. Those dungeons are ass. They go on way too long. They're too labyrinthine. The encounter rate's a little high. I did not have fun with it. I think at one point I fought a boss and it ended up taking me an hour to beat. And I was having heart palpitations because I was that mad by it. I was just so frustrated that this boss wouldn't die. And I was like constantly worried that I was going to have waste all this time because it was also a really just close boss fight. And I was so just like frustrated and furious that I was having heart palpitations during that boss fight. And then when I did it during the LP, I fucking smoked that boss in no time. Digital Devil Saga 2 is a much more enjoyable game on the second run through because once you know all the bullshit that's coming, it's a lot easier to prepare for. Also, one of the final, like, it's like the second to last story boss is definitely the hardest boss in the game, and I'd recommend building a character specifically to handle it. Like, I think I built my Gale with the absolute intention of surviving that boss. And then I got, like, a weird AI script for it, where, it has really nasty skills that can pretty much one-shot you, and if it goes into one, it switches between, like, magic hurts it the most, and it's immune to physical, and it has really nasty, or it just has some decent, physical attacks. Or it could make it so it's immune to magical attacks, and it's only weak to physical, and it has disgustingly powerful magic attacks. So I built Gale with the sole intention of being my physical guy. Like, I started moment 1 building him to be physical. Hey, Yarn! Just for that boss. And then his AI script kept him in the magic weak phase, only using his standard attack the entire fight. He didn't switch until the very end, and I still one-shotted him on the next attack. Oh, Yarn, before you go. We got it! It was just like the Rat movie. Yeah, at this point I'm just seeing what I can find. And I'd said at one point during this stream, I kept saying with total confidence that Zubat would be the quickest hunt we do. And it wasn't a long hunt. I think, you know what, I think building up the catch chain took longer than actually hunting Zubat. So, you know. Digital Devil Saga 2 is one of my favorite LPs I've done. And it's an LP I almost didn't do just because I had such an awful time playing through it the first time. And I love Digital Devil Saga 1, but I didn't like my LP of it because I was so plagued with technical issues. It was fine once I got them going, but the issue is I didn't really get them going until I was like 2/3 done with it. Soul Hackers was definitely the case. Pink Crobat in the near future? Sure isn't. There's no Crobat in this game. Yeah, I didn't like Soul Hackers at first, but the LP really made me appreciate it. I love Soul Hackers. It's so good. There's only only Kantomons in this game, and Crobat is a Johtomon. It is the original 151 plus Meltan and Melmetal. You see, my thing with Soul Hackers is just... It is a very 90s game, and I played it right after Strange Journey, which had very nice QOL. So having to unlearn a lot of that and then play Soul Hackers right after, it wasn't a good idea. I should have spaced like 2 other completely different genre games in between it, and I would have liked it more. Yeah, no, Yarn, it's Kanto! you! And nothing else. Yeah, well, life, that's life. So I get a green Golbat. That's the whole reason I caught this. And I knew there was no Crobat. I went in this solely because I've never just used it. I thought that Paris was a shiny Geodude. Oh my god. If you just heard me just completely, like, shut up, I was like, oh. Huh. Yeah, I'll keep this going for... Well, when this lure runs out, we'll call it a stream. And I feel like this lure is running out, but it's also kind of coming up to when I would have ended the stream anyway. I kind of want to get a Chansey catch chain going off screen and see if I can't get that next time. Because, like, just playing through the game, I don't know, the shiny... I wouldn't have liked this game if I bought it for the intention of just playing through Kanto again. Like, this game is just for shiny hunters. I don't think there's any merit in playing this game like a standard Pokemon game. Shiny hunting is kind of the game. Because the standard game is really fucking easy. Oh. I guess that's it. We'll see what pops up. Play DX first, nerd. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. I want to get into a call with Casey first, though, because I want them to be around when I experience it. But yeah, I guess that's a stream. Cool. Cool. Guess I'll end it here. So, thank you so very much for joining. We got pretty far into it. But we got we got the plot nice and set up, so we can keep going next time. I could probably go, actually, I might do a rare hunt next time, because I guess I'll spoil what we're hunting next then. The original plan and the plan that I'm going to redo now is we're going to keep going with the green shinies, I guess. We're going to be shiny hunting Kangaskhan next time. So, that ought to be fun. So, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys whenever I choose to do this. I might do something else on Saturday, though. We'll see. So, thank you so very much for joining. Catch you guys next time. We might do Spyro on Saturday, who knows. Whatever we get to next, we're going to be hunting a shiny Kangaskhan. See you guys then. Da, 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 da. Ah! I'm sorry, that was really loud and probably scared some of you. That's not cool. I'm sorry. Kisses.